Thank you to all the dignitaries who are present here today. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind permission. We'll be starting with this event now. A very warm welcome to all our esteemed guests, dignitaries, faculty members, and our dear participants. I am Ashirbad Bhaumik, and on behalf of Amity University, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you gathered here today for the inaugural ceremony of the certificate course on Auto Electrical and Electronics presented by the Amity Institute of Technology and Amity Technical Placement Center jointly. Can we please have a huge round of applause for our esteemed guest from Tata Motors? We have with us virtually Mr. Vijay Menon, COO, Mr. Puneet Kumar, Operations Head, Mr. Marcel Fernandez, Skill Development Head, Mr. Sarfaraz, HR Head, and Mr. Pradipta Mohanty. A huge round of applause to all these dignitaries who have joined us virtually and also physically from Tata Motors. I'd like to specially mention that we have among us on the splendid occasion, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla Ma'am. We are truly blessed by your presence here, Ma'am, today. It is indeed a very momentous occasion as we embark on a journey that promises to enrich our knowledge and skills in this vital sector of technology. As we gather here today, let us invoke the blessings of knowledge and wisdom. Now we will have the invocation and lamp lighting ceremony. We honor by lighting the lamps which will begin our inaugural ceremony.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो.
The sacred act symbolizes the removal of darkness and ignorance and illumination of our minds with knowledge. Now, I would like to call Dr. Anjani Kumar Bhatnagar, sir, Head and Deputy Director, Amity Technical Placement Center, to present a sapling to the respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Madam, as a token of respect. Now, I would also like to call upon Mr. Anjani, sir, to kindly give a token of respect to our guest and to our additional professor, Dr. Sunil Kumar Khatri, sir, as a token of respect on this momentous occasion. We have with us Professor Vivek, sir, and along with them, the guest from Tata Motors. Now, I'd like to call Mr. Amit Pamnani sir and Mr. Anupam Singh sir to present a token of respect through this sapling to Mr. Zafar Iqbal sir and to Mr. Vijay Kumar sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, following the tradition we have at Amity, I would like to take this honor to welcome each participant with the rosebud on behalf of the Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am. Each and every participant to receive a token of appreciation and respect for their time and consideration towards Amity. Please, may I request you, ma'am, please. Ma'am, it would be honor if you just bless with your personal because after so many years they have stepped into the university environment. Come closer, Anupam. Amit. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. मैम ये अनुपम ये अनिल अब तुम सारे दो मैम को फिर एक तुम्हें मिलेगा थैंक यू सो मच मैम थैंक यू मैम थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू मैम दिस रोज इज मैम दिस रोज इज स्पेशल देन एनी अदर रोज दैट वी हैव एवर रिसीव्ड इन लाइफ थैंक यू सो मच मैम थैंक यू आशीर्वाद प्लीज कंटिन्यू
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, Vice Chancellor Madam, for this warm moment which we shared now. It is my distinct honor to invite Mr. Anupam Singh, Sir, Assistant General Manager of the Amity Technical Placement Center, to deliver the welcome address. Mr. Singh has been instrumental in bridging academic excellence with industry requirements, ensuring that our students are well prepared for their future careers. All over to you, dear sir.
Thank you, Ashirwad. Good morning to one and all present out here today. It is an honor to welcome our esteemed dignitaries, including our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am, respected Professor Dr. S.K. Khatri sir, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Academics, Dr. Anjani Kumar Bhatnagar sir, Head and Deputy Director at Amity Technical Placement Center, and Professor Vivek Kumar, Head of Institute, Amity Institute of Technology, along with Mr. Marcel Fernandez, Head Skill Development, and other delegates of Tata Motors. My sincere gratitude to all dignitaries, directors, head of institution, esteemed faculty members, and cherished participants. It fills my heart with immense joy to welcome each one of you to the inaugural ceremony of the certificate course of Amity Auto, Electrical and Electronics in association with Amity Institute of Technology and Amity Technical Placement Center. Today is not just an event, it is a celebration of collaboration, innovation, and the sheer commitment to shaping the future of the automotive industry. This course represents a significant milestone to our journey together as we strive to equip participants with the skills and knowledge necessary to excel in the field that is rapidly evolving. As we all know that EV is now our latest technology and the latest demand which is generating everywhere, which includes Indian market also. So with advancement in electrical vehicles, autonomous systems and cutting edge electronic transforming the landscape, the demand for skilled professional in auto, electrical and electronics has never been greater. It is our collective responsibility to nurture talent that will contribute meaningfully to this dynamic field. Through this course, we aim not only to impart technical expertise, but also to inspire a sense of purpose and passion among our participants. To our participants, I encourage you to embrace the opportunity fully. This course is about cultivating an innovative mindset and adaptability. In closing, I warmly welcome all present today. Together, we will make significant strides in future ready workforce for the automotive industry. Thank you.
Thank you, dear sir, for your warm welcome and encouragement. Next, I would like to invite Professor Vivek Kumar sir, Head of Institution at Amity Institute of Technology, to share his opening remarks. Professor Kumar has been a guiding force in shaping innovative educational programs that align with industry standards. All over to you, dear sir.
Good morning, all. I, Professor Vivek Kumar, Head Amity Institute of Technology. On my personal behalf and on behalf of entire Amity fraternity, extend very warm welcome to the second batch of Tata Motors engineers to this certificate program on electrical and electronics of electric vehicle, which is being organized by Amity Technical Placement Center and Amity Institute of Technology jointly. I warmly welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Additional Pro VC, Professor Dr. S.K. Khatri, and are all esteemed guests today, Tata Motors officials who have joined online, our industry guest, Mr. Jafar Iqbal, founder and CEO, Plug and Ride Motors Private Limited, Mr. Vijay Kumar, who will be joining soon. He is founder and CEO of R&D Marketing Tsuyo Manufacturing Company, manufacturing controllers and BLDC motors which are required in electric vehicles. I'm honored to have a distinguished industry guest today with us who will be sharing their insights on electric vehicle technologies shaping the future of mobility. As we stand on the brink of significant advancements in the field, it is crucial to understand the opportunities these innovations bring and how they can impact our lives, industries, and the complete system and the economies. The future mobility is undergoing a seismic shift with advances in electrification, autonomous driving, smart infrastructure, and connectivity. These innovations are not just reshaping how we get from point A to point B, but also the ecosystem and industries that surround mobility, from urban planning to environmental sustainability. I'll present the data of the last year related to electric vehicles. If we see the sales of electric vehicles in India, it has increased by 49.25% to 1.52 million units. From April 23 to March 24, India saw the purchase of 16,65,270 electric vehicles. So this is almost 50% rise from if we compare with last year. Then the charging infrastructure, if we see, India has nearly 12,200 public EV charging stations in different states of the country. However, India will need 46,000 charging stations to meet its current requirement for the electrifying the transportation sector and by 2030. Government incentives are there. Earlier, FAME 1 and FAME 2 scheme was there, but recently another scheme was announced by the Government of India. Then if we see the renewable energy, India is working to increase renewable energy generation to 500 gigawatts by 2030. This will also help to make the electric vehicle charging more sustainable and economical. EV30 at 30 campaign India has launched, and this is a global EV30 at the rate 30 campaign, which aims to ensure that electric vehicles account for at least 30% of new vehicle sales by 2030. So these are some of the points related to the electric vehicles. So now, as we know that this certificate program, today is the inaugural ceremony of the certificate program. This is second batch, and this certificate program will be of 16 weeks. So starting from next week up to 29th March 25, and we have already shared the content and the detail of the faculty members who will be taking the classes, and we intend to invite one industry leader on each Saturday, so that you have the hands-on and also the industry experts. They share their experience with the participants, what exactly is going on, what are the new technologies coming up in this field. So I hope that this certificate program uh, will be successful, and you will have a great learning with this certificate program. A special thank to all the industry guests today, Mr. Jafar and Mr. Vijay, and all the Tata Motors officers who have joined online. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful remarks that inspires us all. Now it is my privilege to invite Professor Dr. Sunil Kumar Khatri, sir, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Academics at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Sunil Kumar Khatri, sir, is working as the Additional Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Research, Innovation and Extension Activities at Amity University, Noida. All over to you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam. It's really a great support to Anjani, because your presence today, even after such a busy schedule, is definitely going to motivate Mr. Anjani and his team, Professor Vivek and his team. And what to say about this program of 16 weeks which has been designed? I think this can be the best combination that I could have envisioned in terms of Amity partnering with Tata Technologies. Our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan sir, who was in Germany for 28 years, was one of the largest non-German industrialists there, managing, running 6 industries. And then finally he said that I should come back to India to contribute to the cause of society, to contribute to the cause of the nation with education. And if you see today, Amity, with its philanthropist approach in terms of providing free education to underprivileged boys, to underprivileged girls through Atulasha, through Amitasha, 100% scholarships and various other scholarships at Amity schools, at Amity universities across India and at various parts of the globes. Vision of our founder president sir is always there, that we should support and provide the best ecosystem, infrastructure, knowledge contents to our students, whether it is in school education or at higher education. If we talk about Tata Technologies, we all know about Ratan Tata ji, who during his life was always a great philanthropist. So coming together of Amity and Tata through this partnership and establishing an institution, Amity Institute of Technology, which is being headed by Professor Vivek, is a wonderful idea, a great contribution to the cause of the society. And to extend it further to this stage where now we are having this program of 16 weeks for the engineers, I can see from different parts of NCR, I was just understanding and discussing that this is a upskilling program for all of you. And as said, yesterday also, day before yesterday also, there were a lot of events where Honorable VC Madam was there, and we were discussing that skilling, upskilling are the keywords and buzzword now everywhere. You all are from industry, you have been through education for a long time, you have been with a background of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronic engineering, but now is the time where we are moving from conventional, traditional automobile industry to electrical industry, EVs we are talking about. If we see market today of India, particularly when we talk about automobile industry, it is growing at a CAGR rate of 8.2 plus, which is very promising. And with this rate, in the next 5 years, it is going to cross somewhere around $190 billion. With that market, we all have to upskill. We all have to be ready and equipped with the technologies and trends which are there globally. And particularly with this new focus, new trend moving from conventional fuel system and CNG to electronics vehicles. And it's not only EV that is a technology that in this automobile industry is focusing on. There are many other industries and technologies which are coming together for automobile industry. For example, 3D printing has been used now very strongly. We are talking about mobility as a service. We are talking about blockchain technologies because a lot of communications is going on. You know, your devices are, it's a connected cars. Your cars are connected to each other. So through there are many, it's not only directly electronics and electrical systems in automobile industry which is used for developing these hardwares, but also in terms of various other supplement technologies to build a ecosystem and a support for the industry in terms of manufacturing, in terms of maintenance services, security of the vehicles, and all these technologies are going to be there for times to come. With that emphasis, with that need of the hour, the vision and idea behind establishing this partnership or joint workshop is a commendable one. And as told now by Professor Vivek also, that over the period of next 16 weeks, every Saturday, professors and also from industry, senior persons will be there. And I think this will be a great opportunity for all of you, not only to interact and bond together with each one of you, because all you belong to the same organization. So spending time together, understanding how each other are doing, but also trying to understand some of the latest technologies, some of the emerging technologies. As said, that industry is now driven by disruptive way of approach rather than supported by it. And everywhere you will see, because technologies, artificial intelligence is coming in a big way also in automobile industry. So these are not only in terms of hardware, in terms of manufacturing of EV devices, but other support technologies and tools such as blockchain, such as security mechanisms, mobility, cloud computing, artificial intelligence. These all are going to play a very major role in time to come. And definitely, you will see already we have autonomous car systems is there, Tesla is there, but every company is coming on, every industry is coming on with their own approach. And in fact, with this now focus of Tata to convert all their buses from CNG and standard fuel systems now to EV, with that very a very noble cause and need of the hour of that system. Definitely, these skillings and upskillings is very much needed because you all are going to now work on that direction. And definitely, I believe and hope that it's not only the learning that you will get here, but amity, which we always believe as a family, and we say once an amity and always an amity. And now you all are part of amity family. We believe it is a family, and you all are part of this family. And our Honorable Chancellor, Sir Dr. Tulchahanji, who is dynamically working under his vision, the way this university is growing with various campuses globally focused. In fact, we have a very good lab in our MIT Dubai campus on automobile. Very advanced lab is there, and definitely we all invite you that if you are traveling abroad, we have various campuses, and in India also in different states we have 11 universities. So if you are traveling anywhere in India or abroad, please do visit our MIT campuses, and you will be definitely having an enjoyable experience there. And I believe that this 16 weeks, starting from the first lectures today, already Mr. Zafar is there. Welcome to our campus. He's first time to the campus, and I believe that definitely this will not be the last time. We will have many such appearances and visit of you to the campus, supporting not only in form of guest lectures, but also how we can collaborate in terms of students visit to your organization. Many are already visiting, but more formally, how we can do. And definitely, we invite your children also. They can visit of all your engineers who are participant today to visit our schools and MIT University campus, and they will also love this. I wish a great experience for all of you and a great day today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your motivating address. Now, we are honored today by the presence of the senior leaders from Tata Motors on our virtual platform as well. It is a company which is synonymous with innovation and with automotive industry. Now, I invite them to share their insights on industry trends and expectations.
Mr. Marcel Fernandez, I believe you're there online with us.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible. Thank you so much, sir.
Am I audible? Yeah. Okay, great. So, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Shukla, Professor Khatri, other dignitaries on the dais, special mention of Professor Vivek Kumar, Anjani and Anupam, who have been instrumental in putting this program together. Also, my colleagues who have joined online from our smart mobility and the participants. So it is a cold morning in Delhi compared to Pune from where we operate. Okay, and we are all come to Amity University. This is the second batch of Amity University where we were having this program. Very briefly speaking about why we started this program. As we all know that we were a company which is into ICE or mechanical engineering. Majority of our engineers were from non-electrical, non-electronic backgrounds. Over the past 4 years, we have seen a complete revolution in the industry with the advancement in electronics and also software. The software is playing a major role today in the vehicle. Okay. The emission norms, the environmental issues, the safety issues, and all this conversion of technologies, this is what has come and will come in the vehicle. While many of us have completed engineering, some recently, some many years ago, for us to understand about what changes are happening, particularly in the electrification and electronics, we require to have some fundamental understanding. And with this intent, we have developed this curriculum along with Amity University to build first the foundational understanding of electrical and electronics. Now, why it is necessary? Because as you all know that when we deal with vehicle, one of our prime responsibility is to keep our buses running uptime all the time, because we have a duty towards maintaining transport, efficient transport in the cities where we are operating. Now, to do this, we need to have some understanding about, or we need to have good understanding about the various electrical electronic system in the buses. Many of us here who are participants in the program, through their years of experience, have learned something on the job. Now, when coming back to the university, we will be able to relate those things and develop a fundamental understanding of how those systems work. The universities always bring in the fundamentals, and whatever you learn here, you will be able to relate to what you are doing on the field. I must especially thank Anjani, Professor Vivek, and Anupam for putting this program together. Also, Mr. Zabar and Mr. Vijay, I believe, from the industry, who are going to play a major part in the reskilling program. So, to all my participants, my colleagues, make the best use of it. You are coming to the university after many years. For the first 2-3 days, it will be very difficult for you because you are not used to sitting in the class for 8 hours. but please develop that temperament. And I'm sure uh, we see a very young, dynamic faculties from Amity with all their enthusiasm and all. They will really keep you engaged. The curriculum has been designed with a combination of theory and practicals so that whatever you learn, you also do it. You learn first the fundamentals, then you go to the labs and you perform those practicals. So make the best use of it. I'm sure my other colleagues also will speak, but it is our interest to see that you also develop into fine engineers. Okay, you are our greatest asset to the organization. You are the people who are responsible and accountable for maintaining the buses in the city of Delhi. And I am sure that after you undergo the program, you will definitely be in a much better position than what you are. The education will not stop here at the auto electrical electronic program. Once you undergo this, we also have an advanced level program which will be curated with Amity, so that you start then developing the competence, into electric vehicle. So once again, wishing you all the best. Over to you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you, Mr. Marcel, sir, for your warm words and inspiration to all the participants of this course. Now, I'd like to call Mr. Puneet Kumar, sir, Operations Head, to speak some words on this momentous occasion.
Good morning, everybody. Hope I am audible. Can you please confirm?
Yes, sir, we confirm, sir, your voice is audible to us. Please, sir.
Okay. Um, First of all, my sincere sorry that I cannot be present in physical form, but my team is there, and these I first good morning to everybody, and I respected gathering uh, from Amity University, as well as I would welcome my team members also who are present over there. My team members who have joined virtually, I welcome them also. And going forward, I would like to add that last year also one of our batch has completed this program on auto electric and electronic certificate course, and most of them have got a lot of benefit from that. So after getting this encouraging feedback from my team members, we are again back in Amity University with our team. These team members, most of them are engineers. Almost everybody is an engineer, and they are working. They were working earlier in the CNG vehicles. Now they have moved to electric vehicles. The world is evolving. The technology is evolving, and now from CNG we are moving to EV. And as you all know that we are running almost 1,500 buses in Delhi, all are electric vehicles, which are having zero emission from the tailpipe end. So, based upon that, in totality, if I go for the entire India basis, Tata Motors is running almost 3,000 electric vehicles across India. And in this journey on zero emission, we are also in a way contributing to the society. Uh, on the auto electric and electronics, this certification course, last time when my team visited over there, and they were there for almost 3 months course was there, and they got a lot of benefit from that. The feedback which was coming out from there, it is a very nice program, and whatever the team and faculty is teaching them is quite helpful in their day-to-day working. So I'm very much hopeful the same will continue. The team will get enriched. The team members definitely, as Marcel sir has said, that they are not now used to sit in the university type of atmosphere, but definitely my team members will actively participate in this program. I request them to be remain very, very participative in this program, as well as please be interactive. Whatever questions are there, please ask questions, take maximum use of it, and get best out of it from this program. So thank you very much. Thank you, faculty. Thank you, team members.
Thank you, sir, for your kind speech and the motivation towards the participants today. Now we have Mr. Sarfaraz, HR head. Can we please have you, sir, as the speaker for today's event as well? Please, sir, if you can confirm your availability over virtual mode.
Good morning. I am available and
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, all the dignitaries on the dais, my peers in Tata Motors, and our team. I congratulate you for this for launching this course today. This is the second batch, and being a HR head of this company, which is a startup company, we basically operate electric buses and we cater to the passenger transportation needs of smart cities across India. Currently, we are running 3,000 electric buses in cities of Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Jammu, Srinagar, and Bangalore. And the electric buses are are a very new product, and running them is needs a lot of understanding of the product as well as the maintenance part. So we have basically launched a reskilling program of our engineers, as Marcel said, that our engineers are basically they're working on electric ICE buses, and we were running we were doing maintenance of close to 3,000 buses in Delhi for the Delhi Transport Corporation. So all these engineers now we are basically reskilling them to become engineers for the electric vehicles. And the last course which we did, last batch which we did at Amity gave us very good confidence and results also. The participants were very happy. So I'm very thankful to the team who designed this course and who delivered this course, and our participants got a good value from this. I also want to thank the team from Tata Motors Capability Building, OPEX Academy, Mr. Marcel and his peers for supporting us in launching this program. I look forward for the participants that it will be a very high value add to you, and it is one of the richest offerings from Tata Motors through Amity for you to reskill yourself and be employable for future. Uh, our goal is basically to serve the passenger transportation needs of the smart cities, and we are a service oriented organization. So please do not hesitate to ask as many questions when your course runs and get more details, more understanding of the concepts and the basic functionalities. With this, I wish you all the best and thank you very much. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Now, can we have Mr. Pradipta Mohanty ji to kindly speak on this momentous occasion? Mr. Pradipta Mohanty ji, can you confirm your availability on virtual mode?
Am I audible, please?
Yes, sir, you are completely audible to us, sir. Please, sir.
Just give me 1 minute. Thank you so much for this giving the opportunity. Uh, I think my wishes to all the participants for this event on this momentous occasion of this inauguration of this program. I would like to congratulate the team completely out here who are a part of this team and have been aligned with Tata Motors for on this momentous journey of providing these skills to our people who would be the future leaders in this domain. So I think my predecessors who have spoken have completed and given their thought process on this. I would not like to add much. I would just like to congratulate each and every participant on this momentous journey. Take the opportunity to enhance your skills and take things to the next level, which will be benefiting the organization as well as individuals in this whole journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for this great insights and to the support you have provided to our now turned students of Amity University. Now, I would like to highlight our respected Vice Chancellor, Madam of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, who has graced this occasion, a luminary in academia and administration. Professor Dr. Barvinder Shukla, ma'am, stands out as a brilliant scholar, prolific researcher, visionary leader. Renowned for her multifaceted insights, humility, and exceptional leadership skills. Can we please have ma'am for this occasion?
A very esteemed corporate experts, Mr. Marshall Fernandez, plant head, Mr. Puneet Kumar, operations head, Mr. Sarfroz, HR head, and Mr. Pradeepta Mohanty, our resource person, Mr. Jafar Iqbal, founder and CEO of Plug and Ride Motor Private Limited, my colleagues, Dr. Khatri, Dr. Vivek, Anjani, Anupam, and all the esteemed participants. First of all, I would like to extend very warm welcome to all of you for the second batch of certificate course on the auto electrical and electronics. I remember the Amity University has very old association with the Tata Group. Whether we have the institution which is conducting this training program, this institute itself is established in partnership with the Tata Technologies, and all the 6 competency centers which are established here are by the Tata Technologies, and part of our BTech programs are conducted by the experts from the Tata Technologies. I remember the long time back when the Home Ministry came and that a special program, Udan Skill Development Program, was initiated. At that time, the Tata Motors and Amity Business School jointly organized that Udan Skill Development Program for the participants from J&K, with 3 months rigorous training on the campus was held, and for the next 3 months, those participants were at the Tata Motors to have that skill development so that they can be self-employed or work for the couple of years or months at Tata's various establishments, workshop, and later on they start their own startup. Amity also have initiated a program on MTech electrical vehicles at Amity campus, where the employees of Tata Motors are attending these programs. So there's many initiatives which have been taken by Amity University and Tata Motors in the past. So therefore, this is the continuing that relationship, and today we have this second batch of team for this certificate course on auto electrical and electronics. Though we know that automobile industry is very old industries, the first vehicle was in 1500, but then in the 1700 onwards, the various vehicles started coming, starting from the steam, then the petrol or diesel, and the later on the gas, and then the now, the electric vehicles. And accordingly, the technologies also kept on changing, but core of those technologies, when we talk about no vehicle can be produced without having the mechanical engineering knowledge, that will always remain the core engineering only in keeping in mind that all those fuel which we are taking, they are not they are not for eternity. There are limited resources of the whether the diesel or petrol, so always the alternate resources need to be seen. Accordingly, as the technologies emerge, also have to see which technology can be a better technology. And safety is one of the very important aspect. And other is the how to see the effect on the environment or the climate. And from that angle also the always the improvement in the vehicles or the in production or the manufacturing units is the continuous improvement process is there. Today we are talking about the electrical vehicles, but when we see the system that in that electrical vehicle, the mechanical component, which is for the design point, the important is electrical was always there right from the beginning. Because if that is not there, then how the batteries, which are very important for a vehicle, or the various electrical components, or the ignition system, or the electrical or electronic ignition systems, when we talk about wiring, lighting, and other instruments, those will always remain the integral parts. Some will get replaced, some will not get replaced. But today, when we are talking about the electrical vehicle, and it's very important that how the technology, information technology, and especially the soft tech which we talk about, and where even the artificial intelligence has started playing very important role. Therefore, it becomes very important for the organization how to upgrade the skills and competencies of the team so that they remain relevant, they remain current, and they bring the innovation in the vehicles and which meets the customer requirement. Customer is never satisfied. Customer always expect more and more and more. For that more, the industry has to all the time innovate and come up with the features which attract the customers. Today, when we look at there are so many players are there in the automobile sector. It was the Tata Motors, it was the late Ratan Tata ji, who said that how even the person who is on two-wheeler traveling with the four family members, which is not safe on the two-wheeler, can also have the safe ride, and that's where the Nano came. And it was always because it is a one organization, the Tata Group, when we talk, they always focus on the society. They focus on the environment. The CSR has come much later, but it is in the DNA of Tata Group's companies to take care of the society around wherever they had the plant, to take care of the environment around, but at the same time provide the best of the product, best of the services to meet the customer requirement. I'm so happy and delighted to welcome all of you for this training program here at Amity University campus, and particularly you are from Rudrapur. And I have very deep relationship with you. I belong to Sitarganj. I was born in Haldwani, um, brought up in Sitarganj, and my brother own has the automobile agency, the tractor agency in Rudrapur, Simprab Automobile. You must have heard the name, and therefore I have very deep connection with the automobile sector and especially with the Rudrapur, and I'm very happy. I before coming to Amity, I used to sell the machine tools to various sectors, and automobile sector was the very important sector. And at that time Honda CL's plant was coming here in Noida, and the Daewoo plant was just established at that time. So I used to go and sell the tools, and seeing a female face, a female is selling the machine tools, whether it was the torque wrenches, whether it was the couplers, whether it was the horses or anything you take for the assembly line, and they used to get surprised how a female is selling the tools. But today, when I was seeing the so many females in this team, I'm so happy and delighted that a more women have come in the manufacturing sector, and that's what is needed. So once again, I extend very warm welcome, and I look forward that during this certificate, what your company has envisioned for your skill development, for your accreditation, you will be able to learn that. My team, with the consultation with the officials from the Tata Motors, have designed and developed this course, but we will always seek your feedback because you are going to use these skills and how we can further improve it, which can be beneficial for the subsequent batches. Another thing which I want to share with all of you, irrespective the what is the duration of the program, if somebody does a program at Amity and after completing the program, that person becomes the alumni of Amity, and therefore the once Amitian, forever Amitian. So you will also will get your alumni badge after completing your program, so that you can come back to Amity anytime. And yesterday, in this very hall, we had the very first batch of higher education who did their master's program, PGDM program. So after 27 years, they came here, and I was telling them, that you are the first batch of higher education, and our honorable founder president envisioned at the time of establishing the higher education institution that will provide the value based holistic education, and where every individual will be a success story, and a vision of our honorable chancellor that the Amitians will not only work for self, but they will work for the society, and they will work for the society at the global level and make the difference, whatever the role they play, whatever the venture they do. And yesterday, when they came here, shared their experiences, and interacted with our students, though they were the management student, but they have interacted with the students, whether it was from electrical engineering or civil engineering or construction management or the applied chemistry, all discipline. Because today they are working, though they were the MBA, but they are working in the different sectors, and they are contributing to the society development. So I'm expecting from all of you also that as the philosophy of Tata Group, you will be bringing the new innovation. You will be upgrading the existing products, as well as you will be bringing a lot of new products as per the need of the society, as well as the vision for our nation, the Viksit Bharat by 2047. That how India can be the self-reliant, and that has been the vision of the founders of the Tata Group and the late Ratan Tata ji. Always he envisioned this, and so I'm sure that you will carry that legacy, you will carry that vision, and realize contribute to the Viksit Bharat by 2047. So with this, once again, I thank Mr. Master Fernandez, the plant head, and Mr. Puneet Kumarji, the operation head, and Mr. Sarfaraji, HR head, and all the other members of senior leadership of Tata Motors. And we look forward for many other future collaborations. And I want to especially congratulate and thank Professor Vivek, Mr. Anjani Bhatnagar, Mr. Anupam, for taking this initiative and having this collaboration. And my expectation have risen further from you people that it is, how you will further contribute to Tata Group of companies, and especially the Tata Motors, and also in the automobile sector. So wish you all the best and have a great time at Amity.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring blessing that will motivate us all. As ma'am said, once an Amitian, forever an Amitian. And with this, we are approaching the conclusion of this inaugural segment. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Amit Pamnani, sir, Deputy Director at Amity Technical Placement Center, to give the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to all the people sitting in the hall. First of all, I would like to specially thank our Honorable VC Mang for giving such a wonderful insight of the entire EV industry. The two buzzwords I have caught is the clean air and the clean fuel is the most important things that our country needs right now. Ma'am, we are very happy, satisfied to listen to you. The way you explain the entire automotive industry, even it was fabulous to listen to you today. So the program is complete until we thanks to the special efforts made by the team and the people who have given out of the box, out of their times to make this program a great success. So as we conclude the inaugural ceremony, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all those who have contributed to make this program a great success. Program becomes success when our leaders give special time to the events. So first and foremost, I express my gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam. In spite of having such a busy schedule today, she has given special time to all the people sitting in the hall. Respectful additional Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Dr. S.K. Khatri ji. Thank you very much, sir, for giving your time, and respectful head of the Amity Institute of Technology, Professor Vivek Kumar, who has really played an instrumental role. Your presence and insights today have greatly enriched our gathering. I would also like to thank the entire team of Amity Technical Placement Center for their unparalleled efforts in organizing this important event. I would like to specially thank Dr. Anjani Kumar Bhatnagar ji and Mr. Anupam Singh ji for playing an instrumental role in professionally organizing this training. I would like to congratulate our esteemed guest of honor from Tata Motors and the keynote speakers for making this event a success one. A special thanks goes to the IT team for arranging all the things, and special thanks to the admin team whose hard work behind the scene have ensured that everything runs smoothly and without any issues. Your dedication is invaluable. Finally, special thanks to all the people sitting in front of us, to all the participants. You have trusted us and given your special time to us. Thank you for being here and for your support as we embark on this exciting journey together. So let us look forward to shape a future-ready workforce in the automotive industry. So may I request everyone in the hall to please proceed for a group picture in front of the F2 reception staircase. So this picture is going to be very, very important for us. So may I request everyone to please join us for a group picture followed by the IT.
Now, I'd like to invite all our dear participants and now Amitian to have a group picture. Please, if you can just follow Mr. Amil, if you can just.
तो आपका क्या है ना, आपका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है ऑलरेडी गवर्नमेंट कर रहा है, मैंने तो यही दिखा है मैंने ऑलरेडी तो वो इन्वेस्टमेंट को दिखाएंगे क्या आता है आपको भेजना नहीं पहले 10,000 यूनिट तक 10,000 यूनिट तक सप्लाई.
I hope everyone have taken their seats. So we'll be resuming our program with our very first keynote speaker. We have Mr. Zafar Iqbal, founder and CEO of Plug and Ride Motors Private Limited. Mr. Iqbal brings a wealth of experience in automotive innovation and entrepreneurship. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning, everyone. So, मैं भी एक स्टार्टा हूँ. I started my career with Tata Motors जमशेदपुर. तो आज जब हमें कॉल किया गया आने के लिए यहाँ, तो I found कि नहीं टाटा मोटर से मिलना है तो चलते हैं. and I dress up in the morning. I was planning to wear white shirt. फिर याद आया कि आज सैटरडे है, तो we got free. तो 5 साल I was there. I started my career in 2003 with Tata Motor, and I was there almost till 2007 with Tata Motor Jamshedpur. I was looking after the final PDI for the commercial vehicle Tata Motor Jamshedpur plant. After that, I get into electric vehicle. 2007, I entered into a company called Ultra Motor. Ultra Motor is a company of electric two-wheeler. So I have a rich experience into electric two-wheeler and three-wheeler. And since last 18 years, I'm into electric vehicle. So overall, you all are into commercials or the cars? Commercial, all the trucks, buses and all. Okay. Buses, okay. CNG and AV. Okay. So overall, let's my complete experience into the electric two-wheeler and three-wheeler. Some is the buses, that diesel and petrol, what earlier it was there. So ऐसा कुछ स्टैंडर्ड प्रिपेयर करके मैं नहीं आया हूँ, लेकिन लेट्स मी शेयर माय एक्सपीरियंसेस व्हाट आई हैव डन टिल लास्ट 17 ईयर से हमने जो किया है ओवरऑल. तो Ultra Motor was a company which is came into India. It was a UK based MNC, came into India in 2007 and launched their electric two-wheeler. Electric two-wheeler, we sold almost 1 lakh unit of electric two-wheeler, and all the kit was coming from China. So I was looking after the complete plant, after sale and everything in Hyderabad plant. We were having 2 plants in Delhi and Hyderabad. So the Hero Electric, we were having a joint venture with the Hero Electric also. That so we sold almost 1 lakh unit of two-wheeler. That time there was no component was developed in India. Everything was coming from China, and we were getting so many difficulties to having import from China, and there was so many problems we were not getting solved, especially into the battery part. So then we realized we need to get into the localization, and then from after that we started getting into the electric vehicle journey. Started means everything was started from China. चाइना से सारा शुरू हुआ, एंड देन इट वाज धीरे ग्रेजुअली. अभी आज की डेट में अगर हम देखें तो अब इंडिया में हर चीज अवेलेबल हो गया, बनने लगा, सब चीज हो गया है. बट अभी जो सबसे एक मेन गैप है वो है लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आया है हाउ टू अडेप्ट द इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल. मतलब अगर ले लिए तो किसी को रेंज एंग्जाइटी का प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को सर्विस का प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को अलग अलग तरह का प्रॉब्लम है. एंड बहुत सारे लोकल मैन्युफैक्चर भी आ गए हैं, खास करके स्पेशली हमारे वाले सेगमेंट में जो टू व्हीलर और थ्री व्हीलर में कर रहे हैं. They are still getting from China and selling. तो उस गैप को भरने के लिए ओवरऑल देखा जाए तो वी आर कमिंग फॉर दिस ट्रेनिंग. ये ट्रेनिंग का जो सेशन शुरू हो रहा है, ओवरऑल जो ये ट्रेनिंग होगा, इससे सारे कस्टमर को बूस्ट करने के लिए हम लोग कर रहे हैं, जो ऑलरेडी अभी वी आर डूइंग इन द सीएनजी एंड ऑल. तो आज का जो ये सेशन है, ये तो जस्ट इंट्रोडक्शन सेशन है, बट ओवरऑल आई विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल कि अगर हमें सेशन वाइज बीच में जब आप लोग के क्लासेस चल रहे हैं उसमें आकर के जो भी अपना हमारा ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस है उसको शेयर करेंगे. ओवरऑल जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो है व्हाट नॉट टू डू इन इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल. बेसिकली क्या नहीं करना है वही सीखना है और वही आगे हमें सपोर्ट करना है. तो बेसिकली जो हमारा प्रॉब्लम आए, चाइना से आए जो प्रॉब्लम आए, तो उसको लेकर के व्हाट वी हैव डन कि वी गेट इनटू द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फॉर ऑल द कंपोनेंट. लाइक मोटर के लिए हमने डेवलप किया, तो देयर आर सो मेनी कंपनी इन इंडिया नाउ दे हैव डेवलप्ड द मोटर. इवन बॉस इंटर्ड, मिस्टर विजय हमारे यहाँ पे हैं, ये इन्होंने भी एक डेवलप किया है मोटर जो ऑलरेडी मार्केट में थ्री व्हीलर के लिए बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं ये. सो और भी बहुत सारी कंपनियां हैं जो मोटर डेवलप करके दे दी हैं. तो उससे लोकलाइजेशन जो हुआ है उसमें आफ्टर सेल के लिए सपोर्ट बहुत ज्यादा ऐड हो गया है हमारा. देन मैं तो तब से हूँ जब होमोलोगेशन जो इस सारे प्रोडक्ट के, इवन कार्स के भी, टू व्हीलर के, थ्री व्हीलर के जो पॉलिसीज आए हैं, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने जो पॉलिसी बनाया है, वो पॉलिसीज तब से नहीं थे. वो धीरे धीरे करते हुए 2014 में थ्री व्हीलर का आया है. देन रेट्रोफिटमेंट का अभी 2017-18 में रेट्रोफिटमेंट का आ गया. तो इस तरह की चीजें अब धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं. तो एडॉप्शन अब इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का देखा जाएगा तो पिछले 7-8 साल का मेरे पास एक डेटा है, आई विल शो यू जस्ट आफ्टर दिस ये. तो वो ओवरऑल अब एडॉप्शन में लोग बढ़ रहे हैं, और उसको और ठीक करने के लिए बस हम लोग आप लोगों का सबका हेल्प चाहिए, जिसमें हम लोग आगे जाकर के कस्टमर को फेथ देंगे। स्टेट में भी हर सारे स्टेट ने भी अपनी अपनी इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल की पॉलिसीज बनाई है, अभी हर जगह पे स्टेट पॉलिसीज आ गए। और तो ये एक डेटा है जो मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूंगा। तो प्लग एंड राइड एक्चुअली अभी इलेक्ट्रिक टू व्हीलर एंड थ्री व्हीलर में काम कर रही है, and we having a presence in almost 14-15 state, and recently we got a tie-up in Tanzania also. So Tanzania mein we are starting our assembly line, so everything is getting dispatched from here, and then we are starting Africa, mein Kenya, Tanzania and Nigeria, all three country we are starting very soon. Actually I have a experience into electric three wheeler, तो majorly all this is for electric three wheeler के लिए ही बनाया हुआ है। तो ओवरव्यू जो है अभी ये थोड़ा ओल्ड डेटा है, बट सी दिस इज द डेटा वी हैविंग। सो इन 2020 टोटल ईवी जो सेल हुई है, टोटल ईवी दैट इज 1,24,641 vehicle was sold in 2020, and then 21 3,31,000, 22 10 lakh, 23 15 lakh, and 24 till now, till November it is 14 lakh units is already got sold. और इसमें जो थ्री व्हीलर का डेटा है ओवरऑल, इट इज स्टार्टेड विथ थ्री व्हीलर सबसे ज्यादा था, मतलब परसेंटेज वाइज इफ यू कैन सी 72% ऑफ थ्री व्हीलर इज गॉट सोल्ड इन 2020, but now the number is getting increased for the car and buses. So now the current scenario is 36% of the complete electric three wheeler in the market. This is only the e-rickshaw. We having some data for the e-auto also, because last 1 year e-auto is also available in the market, like Bajaj came, Mahindra came, then this Piaggio came. So all these vehicle is already in the market. So this data will be little add होगा इसमें और भी थोड़े बेटा डेटा। तो ये 21 एंड 22 का जो डेटा है ओवरऑल, जिसमें हमने ओवरऑल जो टोटल सेल है 1,22,000 में, जिसमें 87,000 व्हीकल L3 व्हीकल जो है, जो ई रिक्शा जो ओवरऑल हम बात करते हैं कि ई रिक्शा जो चल रही है मार्केट में, वो सेल हुआ है 21 में अकॉर्डिंगली लाइक 44% है। एंड ये मतलब ओवरऑल मार्केट में टू व्हीलर कितना है, थ्री व्हीलर कितना है जो सेल हुआ है, ये एक्चुअल डेटा वाहन से लिया हुआ व्हीकल कैटेगरी वाइज है। 21 it is this is the graph it got sold, and this is the data which the district wise state wise, like UP is the number 1 is got sold, then Bihar, then Assam is one of the bigger market, Delhi is the market. So overall North India having a very good market for this electric rickshaw. This is also the same, and this is a manufacturer wise data where which company is selling how many units in 21 and 20. This is a comparison of the vehicle, what is the technical specification of the vehicle exactly, like Mahindra what is offering, Yatri what is offering, kinetic green what is. So this is L3 and L5 both model has taken care. The same some other manufacturer. So there are some state incentives came, but now it is almost so many state has taken off. But these are the state incentives. If who is buying the electric vehicle, they are getting the directly subsidy from in their account from the states. So this is just for the increase the sale of the product. So e-rickshaw having the market in North India basically, majorly into the like UP having the Lucknow, Noida, Kanpur. There is the major state who is adapted already. So there is a survey from the Terry ki why electric rickshaw emerge as a big number. So so it was replaced the paddle rickshaw majorly and एक जो human उसको pulls करते थे उसको एक relaxation मिला and then there was a very good relaxation to the user who is using. Earlier means like one place to second place people are paying 100 rupees. This supposed to be paying 20 rupees and 10 rupees kind of sharing rickshaw. This came into the market. These are the key advantages. Environmental benefit तो है ही हमारा जैसे overall है. So e-rickshaw battery having a very good different kind of battery is available. One is the lead acid battery, another is the lithium battery. So basically e-rickshaw and electric two-wheeler is getting used by lead acid also, but rest all the vehicle is now came in the lithium and now the lithium cost is also decrease. So अब electric three-wheeler में two-wheeler में हर जगह everyone is now planning to put electric lithium or that is cheapest also now. Lithium battery का हमारा overall जैसे भी yesterday I was into an event where Gadkari ji came. So overall has announced that now the FAME 1 and FAME 2 जो subsidy आ रही थी that will not going to be continue. अब subsidy I think they are going to give on the tractors, so not on the car and not on the four-wheeler, any kind of four-wheeler they are not going to announce. It is not officially announcement, but overall he has given hints yesterday that we are not going to give the FAME subsidy because there are so many player has done some wrongly, they have taken the incentives also. That is also one of the reason. And parallelly is it ki now the customer are ready to buy the vehicle, so we have to give a better quality of vehicle. That's all. Means that is not a problem ki now people don't want to buy, we have to give an incentive to encourage. So now people understand to buy, only the quality need to be improved, service need to be improved. These are the product we are dealing now, means electric cycle, electric three-wheeler. These kind of product are already into the. So this is from my side. I'll be happy to have questions from your side. That will be more better to understand and let you know. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. My question is, as in the IC engine vehicles, we are controlling our mileage as per the speed, as per the control the acceleration.
Okay.
Because you are in the two-wheeler cycle as well as the rickshaw cycle. In this case, how they are increasing the SOC level?
SOC level.
Yeah.
State of charge you mentioned.
Yes. During the running of the vehicle.
So see, there in IC engine we having an engine and all, but for the electric vehicle we having a motor and a controller unit, control unit. So now the controller is CAN based, CAN enabled. So it is a digital controller we can say. So all the data we having available. Battery is also CAN enabled. So smart battery we can we are telling in the normal language. So battery and controller having a communication protocol, and accordingly they having all the data how much watt hour is getting consumed at the particular time, and accordingly they are feeding. We having a SOC meter where we can see how much battery is getting consumed in terms of ampere, and then accordingly is showing the kilometer, how much kilometer is going to be run now.
Yes, yes. No, my concern is because in e-rickshaw segment, many times they are not accelerating. The e-rickshaw is moving as per their momentum.
No, it is with the accelerator only.
No. Sometimes whenever they're moving on the flyover and coming
Okay.
down. At that time, there is no acceleration. But if it is there is any segment of the rear generation of the electricity.
Yes. So regeneration majorly into the while braking.
Yes.
So it's regenerative brake we used to say.
Okay.
Not on the idle running. Means you mean to say it as a vehicle is running on the slope and then it is going to be regenerated.
Yes,
It is
yes.
not like that. I am correct?
Correct.
He will be the right guy to answer this.
Sure. Thank you.
Any other one? Please.
Sir, as you shown so many of types of electric vehicles you are manufacturing.
Yeah.
So my question is, are all the parts fitted in that vehicles are indigenous, or any part is coming from any other country?
No, as of now, we got 100% Indianized. Like the body part and frame part, we having the in-house manufacturing. Motor, tire, controller, batteries. Battery cell is only getting imported, and the battery manufacturer they are importing, and then they are making the complete battery pack and supplying to us. So all the part is coming to us. It is 100% Indianized.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the kilowatt per hour, kilowatt hour per kilometer of vehicles, three wheelers?
The motor capacity you are asking, or you are asking the consumption of
Consumption per kilometer.
So consumption in our vehicle, like we designed our vehicle, the consumption of the vehicle is around 40 watt hour per kilometer.
Okay.
So like there was a study going on with IIT Madras. Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala has made a committee to make a vehicle which can consume less power.
Yeah.
And so that the like we are using the petrol bunks to refuel our vehicle. So his plan was to get into the battery swapping station. So now you can see everywhere the battery swapping station came. That was initiated in 2017, and the target was to have a vehicle where the mileage will be more because the consumption will be less, the mileage will be more. So accordingly, they are planning to float the vehicle from government side. Government was planning to buy the vehicle. So they have made that committee to develop a vehicle which is going to be consume lesser electricity, so that it will run more and we can have better product quality. So we have developed a vehicle in FRP, fiber reinforced plastic. So we have reduced the weight, we have developed the component, we have developed the motor, we got a very good result in that, and then finally we got a vehicle which is consuming 40 watt hour per kilometer only.
And what is the current range of three wheelers?
Current range now, the major player is using 48 volt. In the lithium, it is coming 51 volt. So 58 to 54 volt.
No, in one charge.
So one charge depends on the customer. Like if customer having a requirement of running 100 kilometer a charge. So we put a vehicle, fixed battery of say example 100 Ah capacity. If a customer requirement is only 20 kilometer, we put a battery like 50 ampere. And if a customer requirement is running the vehicle in 150 kilometer, we put a bigger size of battery pack. And there will be an option we are selling without battery, and we having a tie-up with multiple company like IOCL and Sun Mobility. They came with a battery swapping station where they can use multiple replacement of battery, and they can run whatever kilometer they want to run.
Basically, it's a customized product depend on
the customer requirement. And average vehicle is getting sold of 100 kilometer per charge kind of.
Okay. Thank you.
My question is this: from safety point of view, how lead acid battery is different from lithium ion batteries, or we are using lithium ion batteries or lead acid in our e-rickshaw?
So we having both kind of customer available. There are, because the lead acid battery having a less cost, lithium ion battery having a little higher cost. Lead acid battery as well as lithium also is safety wise there is no problem. Lithium having three category. One is NCM, NMC. Another is LFP, and there are sodium battery. There are multiple battery, but NCM having a high cobalt rate, and that is what there are chemicals and uses, because we are not very much aware how to use, because a basic thing that whatever the vehicle we are running, it should not immediately charge while we came, because the battery is already heat. If you are charging, there are some more heat is going to be generated, and that is having a problem in the battery. So NMC, when so many people have seen so many vehicles getting fire on the road also. So that majorly 99% of battery has NMC, and that now the Indian government of India has made a new policy where our testing criteria was very low earlier. That was AIS 148. Now there is a AIS 156 came phase 2, where all the battery is getting checked and very high level criteria, where new thing is entered like nail penetration test also. So the LFP battery is better, and now most of the vehicle is getting used those battery, and there is very less failure, and safety wise that is more better. It's depend on the manufacturer to manufacturer also, who is adapted the new policy. Though those batteries are very much safe, still the battery is getting sold in Bhagirath market also. So वो battery का there is no life, क्योंकि there is no smart BMS, battery management system, is majorly required in the vehicle. So if there is a heat, it should cut off. So if BMS, a good BMS is there in the battery, there will be no problem. Thank you.
Sir, my question is regarding after sales service of two-wheeler vehicle.
Okay.
Recently, we have seen that particularly about Ola electric two-wheeler. Like there are lots of complaints coming from the customer end. So, what are those technical challenges that a OEM is failing to address?
See, Ola Electric having a completely different setup of after sale service. They have a sale system of D2C, direct to customer. So there is no dealer in between. Generally, in my way, what I can say in my observation, if we having a dealer, they are having a no time bound. If they are getting 100 vehicle to service a day, they will do that. If they need to put some overtime, if they need to buy the local spare part, if need to, they will take care of the service, because they understand they are going to earn something over there. In Ola case, majorly they are the employee of Ola 100%. They having a fixed time, because they are running like a corporate completely, not like a traditional automobile. So majorly जो problem है, mindset is the issue, and the vehicle itself is not very useful. Useful now means handy, we can say. Like there is no key in Ola. Okay, it's a mobile operated key you have to on. And Indian mindset, I can say, when I was into electric two-wheeler in 2007, I can say I was into Hyderabad. So most of the vehicle is getting sold in South India, having a different kind of customer complaint, and most of the vehicle is getting sold in North India, having a different kind of customer complaint. Major that time we were getting a problem of there is no mileage coming in. Say example, a Delhi customer has complained ki I got a vehicle and we are getting a very less mileage. Same lot of vehicles, same battery, same everything in South India, there is no problem. So I personally came to the dealer and I visited the dealer. I called the customer. We charged the vehicle and we have tested like we do. We have tested and we got a very good result over there. तो कस्टमर जो है नॉर्थ इंडिया का मेजरली अगर बताएं तो वो बैठेगा 3 बंदा और बताएगा कि मैं अकेला बैठा था और माइलेज नहीं आया. साउथ इंडिया हैविंग अ डिफरेंट की जो प्रॉब्लम है वो बता रहे हैं. तो जिस तरह का मार्केट है ओवरऑल पता नहीं है हाउ टू हैंडल द कस्टमर, एंड there is no spare part availability, there is no proper training, and sitting one of the guys sitting at Bihar somewhere Begusaray और वहाँ पे जब available नहीं है, even the transportation is very tough to send to that particular location. आज spare part बेच रहे हैं तो 7 दिन बाद वहाँ पहुँच रहा है, जो एक दिन में पहुँचना चाहिए जनरली रहता है. तो इस तरह का बहुत सारा मिक्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम विद द ओला जो उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा था. अब धीरे धीरे दे आर इंक्रीजिंग द थिंग ऑफ मैन पावर से लेकर के हर कुछ. तो वो एक्चुअल में मैन मेड प्रॉब्लम है, इट इज नॉट अ व्हीकल प्रॉब्लम. जो अंडरस्टैंड किया है कि हम थोड़ा ज्यादा एडवांस व्हीकल दे दिए हैं यूजर को, जो अभी वो कर नहीं पा रहा है.
थैंक यू सर.
माय ऑब्जर्वेशन ओवरऑल, तो मैं ओला पे डायरेक्ट कमेंट नहीं कर सकता हूं, बट दिस इज माय ऑब्जर्वेशन कि दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंड.
So in three-wheelers, what kind of cooling system we are using, both for motors and batteries?
So it's air cooling as of now, because it is a very small size of motor we are using. Maximum 2 kilowatt of motor is getting used in three-wheeler. E-rickshaw and 5 kilowatt is getting used into the L5 category high speed vehicle like the Bajaj Auto. So all the motor and controller both are the air cooled.
For batteries?
Batteries also. So battery size is not more than 10-12 kilowatt. So that is also air cooled system.
So motors are being used in auto.
So it's PMSM motor, permanent magnet, and BLDC also, brushless DC motor. BLDC. Yes.
Induction motor is being used in
some of the manufacturers are using induction motor also, but the result of PMSM is better than anything. Induction having more consumption, like whatever per kilometer consumption of, like a 100 Ah of battery is giving induction motor mileage is, say example 60 kilometer, so PMSM will give you 70%, 70 kilo. This is the practical thing I am telling you all. This is what happening in the market.
सर माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि जो ब्रेकिंग होता है वो किस टाइप का यूज कर रहे हैं हम ई रिक्शास में.
So we having a braking of mechanical brake and hydraulic also.
Okay.
Any other question?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For sharing your valuable insights. Thank you, Mr. Iqbal sir, for sharing your valuable insights. Can we have a huge round of applause for our keynote speaker here? Now, I would like Professor Vivek sir to provide a sapling as a token of respect to Mr. Vijay Kumar ji and Ms. Akshita ji from CEO Manufacturing Private Limited. Can we have a huge round of applause? Ms. Akshita ji, if you can grace us on this podium. Thank you so much, esteemed dignitaries. Next on our agenda is another esteemed speaker, Mr. Vijay Kumar ji, founder and CEO of R&D and Marketing at Suyo Manufacturing Private Limited, Greater Noida. His expertise in research and development will provide us with valuable perspective on market trends. Now, I would like to call upon him on this very podium so that he can address all of the participants here on this momentous occasion. Dear sir, please.
Thank you very much and very good afternoon. So first of all, sorry to the management just being late. Yes, just download this link. So because I had some personal emergency, so that's why I could not come in time. So sorry for that and apologies for the inconvenience. Beyond that, it is really good, and I was totally in oblivion. I was not aware at all like what exactly the session is, and yeah, just click it. Go download it. Accept it. हाँ, sorry, just there's too many presentation, but because I have not prepared anything, I'll try to just pick and place and try to see like how you just get it consumed. But before that, I will just go take you all through some story because I'm more of a technical guy, so I don't want to just bulldoze with a lot of technical stuffs. So let's have some. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So I just remove it right now, otherwise you will not listen me. So mm, we'll go to the presentation. Last 10 minutes, I will just browse all the pages. But before that, my name is Vijay Kumar, and I started this company, Suvo Manufacturing, along with our co-founders Lalit and Mr. Tripurari around 4 years back. So that was in August 2020. It was just after COVID, first wave COVID, and then we also had this second wave COVID in between that. But yes, it was a tough time, but we just hailed through it. So before going into that, I just brief little about myself. So I'm an engineer, metallurgy and materials engineering, and I've done this engineering for NIMT. Then I have done my MBA from IIM Calcutta, and I worked with Tata Motors. As I said, he must be my senior. So I'm a GT Tata Motors 2004 batch. I was in Jamshedpur Engineers Hall for 3 years, and then moved to marketing. So already quite deep into Tata Motors culture, Tatas and all, and then I moved to TCS. Post my MBA, I was with TCS, but just for 7 months. That was in more of like consulting part. But due to some part, I just dropped the TCS and I joined Hitachi. Then in Hitachi, Japan, I was for 2 years, and that was the main turn because in Hitachi, I was in the corporate R&D and mostly into the research part. Research means like business research part, where used to help Hitachi business just to augment and get into the different market, all like Asian market and especially India. So we had a headquarter in India, Bangalore, for Asian headquarter. Then so we were getting into the Singapore, then Thailand, Indonesia, and I had some part in Brazil also, but our main headquarters was Kenkai, Japan, and I used to be reporting to the Japan team. So we had very small team, but we were like looking all the business of Hitachi. So everything like Hitachi plant technology, Hitachi Amron solution, Hitachi ATM server division, Hitachi tools, then Hitachi metals, Hitachi construction machinery. So all kind of Hitachi business. So I had an opportunity to see the Hitachi real research and products. Then Hitachi has a very good system. They were having a core of research, which were totally, you can say, disconnected from the business. Disconnected means like they were operating in island. So it was not something where like it was a part of business. So research was having a different deliverables, different kind of system reporting, KPIs, and then internal working and activities. And it was more of futuristic. So they were doing something which were ahead, 15, 20 years ahead. So I was, when I was there in Hitachi, so I used to go to their lab. So they had three main labs. One was HRL, then there was a YRL, while was a Yokohama Research Lab. Then there was a HRL, YRL, and CRL. So CRL was basically a software lab where they used to have all kind of hardware embedded software and normal software OI systems and all. Then used to do that. HRL was more of like material and metals research, and YRL was like mathematics. So they had, and each and every this lab were having a minimum 700 or 800 researchers, and all were like R&D people. If you go there, you'll find like somewhere some robo is moving, talking, and some vehicle is moving without any driver or something like. So it was like very different world altogether inside their campus and all. So very futuristic. I never even see those products right now. Still, it is not in the practice and usage. So I can understand like what kind of research they were used to do. So I have seen the complete ecosystem and the approach the Hitachi was doing. And similar way the Japanese, the more other company, because I visited Sony, then I saw the Mitsubishi, Panasonic, the way they were doing. So it was more of like they have different ingrained culture and ecosystem for taking this R&D on a different level. And that's why the Japanese are so really you can say serious and sincere towards such kind of research. So that's what I just saw, and that was something which I learned in Hitachi. Then after that Hitachi, I changed the job and moved to Tata Steel. Then Tata Steel, I was more into marketing and also a little bit supply chain. I was in this Tata Center, this marketing division. So Tata was like my whole career, mostly 80% was Tata. So that is why I am a Tata guy. So this is just a story just to establish, like you can connect a good story. Anything you can ask about Tata. So I am well connected. And then I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I never had a business, and in my family also nobody does business. So we are pure Bihari, and हम लोग सिर्फ पढ़ाई करते हैं और कुछ नहीं, ठीक है. So somehow it was not there in the culture, and it was a big resistance when I started doing business. But it went through. So there were a lot of tough times, but I had different multiple business. So this particular business was an offshoot of one business which we were having. We started initially after my job, when I quit Tata Steel and thought of like starting something. At that point of time, I started consulting, and during that time I got lot many projects in EV due to some connection and all. And that time India was in a very nascent stage. Nobody was looking into this EV. Very few people were bothered, and especially the academia and some people like Ashok Leland, Mahindra, little bit doing something. Some consultants were just baking their soap. So like that it was there. But yeah, at that point of time, some company was trying to get into that, and that was something where the China was the main door. So we got lot many projects there. Almost I think 12, 14 projects I was doing with different company, including Win Group, which you might have seen. Like now recently, they have done investment in Chennai. So Win Group is a Vietnam-based group, just like a Reliance. They are quite big. So we were doing some 250-watt motor development for them, along with a company EMP Power that is Australia-based. So Mr. Charles, founder, is a good friend of mine. So from there, when we were doing these projects, we just understood, and I traveled China and saw many companies and ecosystem there. Then I realized, like, see, whatever we are doing, we cannot say like China is totally bad or something which we can ignore. We can definitely say China import and all, but if you see your life like you're totally fully ingrained with Chinese or many other country, and there's nothing bad about learning something good from any other country. But I say like it is always good if somebody has done some X, then you can do some X square or 2X or X plus, correct? So there is no harm of just having some imitation, but do the imitation a smart way and place your value offering on that. It is not important to rediscover and doing the same thing. Let's suppose somebody is making a steel, and then again you are also going to make a steel. So basically, you are going to consume the same resources on some and the available scarce resources, what is available in the ecosystem. So reinventing the wheel doesn't make sense. It is more important like how can just you progress on the part which is already set. So what I have understood, like China has progressed so well, and across the globe in EV, they are like almost 20 years ahead, and they are much more mature. They understand the technology. They have very well set use cases, and whatever you are seeing in India, it is somewhere even the people say and deny, but I believe like yes, we draw a lot of inspiration. And I tell you our story also, like how we were connected with China, how we started. I would say like we never copied and took the inspiration from China. Yes, we took, and we had to. We could not ignore it. So you have to always see your competition in a different way. Yes, China is our competition. Right now, China is in very bad shape because due to the global economic scenario and everything, and people are looking at Asian countries, including India. So China is like when we went over there, we saw different application, and then we saw different charging ecosystems, then the cells technology, and they have huge control on the raw materials and technology. So they have like you can say extended portfolio of you can say EV ecosystem in each and every product line. It's not something like they're only good in motor. They have everything for the charger. They have everything for the battery, the cell system, the vehicle and all. So what we saw, so at that time we were in more into the consulting, so we were helping the client. Then we thought like why can't we do something in India for EV? Because it is going to be a new industry, and where we can do something for this, because that is the place where India was totally naive and not having anything. So, and if you see when the EV market around 2009 or 10, this e-rickshaw basically started, and till 2015, it was only e-rickshaw which you can say as electric vehicle, nothing else. Okay. So now last 3-4 years we are saying like yes we are doing something electric vehicle, but yes, अगर e-rickshaw नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं है. जो है e-rickshaw started as a different platform, different category. Initially many automobiles OEMs did not realize like इसका कुछ हो सकता है. पहले तो ये लोग ऐसे इग्नोर कर दिए थे, नथिंग इज ठीक है यार कोई कर रहा है, लॉट ऑफ ट्रेडर हैज स्टार्टेड दिस, बट later they realized like this has become such a big industry they cannot ignore it. And now I would say around 40 or 50 odd OEMs in e-rickshaw, including organized unorganized, more than 800 OEMs. You can't believe it. There are people who are making 20 e-rickshaw and they are also OEM. Okay, they call themselves as an OEM because, but yes, we can't ignore it because it's a very big market and going to be more bigger, because it is, I think it is just spread around 20 to 24% in India right now. It has to go more into tier 2 tier 3 cities, and that makes case you can't just ignore ki e-rickshaw jab kuch aur aa jayega. And that was the vehicle which basically came as a totally you can say a new segment. It was not existing, but aap sochiye kitna wonderful case study hai iska. So the people just took it in a different way. जहाँ पे कुछ नहीं जा सकता वहाँ e-rickshaw जा रहा है. The people who were not having anything, they were jobless, they just riding e-rickshaw, they are earning very good in fact, and they don't bother, and the upfront capital is not going to be really big. So that's why it makes sense for any business case. So for the livelihood also, and that's why it picked up. Correct. So so e-rickshaw was a very good successful story. So at that point of time when we saw this, so we thought like what should we do? Should we get into the OEM? And believe me, like we can make vehicle very well because we know all vehicle. हम बस भी बना सकते हैं. लेकिन problem क्या है कि the choice is yours. Really, you want to make a bus or not? So when we see India is already having a good legacy of 100 years for automobile. So जब हम लोग बैठ के बात कर रहे थे, we were doing armchair discussion before starting this company. We think तो हम लोग बोलते हैं अरे यार गाड़ी बना लेते हैं. कुछ इन्वेस्टर्स आए बोले नहीं you make two wheeler, हम आपको फंड करेंगे. So हमने बोला ठीक है, he is saying two wheeler बना लो, but don't you think like it is not an easy. So somebody has asked about Ola. Ola is a very big company. They have huge muscle power, and while it is a startup, only the money who is just you can see the whole cosmos is behind Ola. उनके पीछे हो सकता है 20% मिस्टेक भी होगा, 30% होगा, सब लोग करते हैं, बट हमें लगता है कि बहुत सारे लोग तो लगे भी पड़े हैं उनके पीछे, है ना, जैसे लाइक अपने बजाज साहब. So there are a lot of ecosystems you have to deal with because it's not so easy to run a business, establish yourself. If I make a car, I have to fight with Tata, I have to fight with Maruti. So that I cannot ignore. So what we had learned, like, okay, OEM banna, yes, you can become an OEM, but really to sustain and being in this game with a lot of money and all this resilience is very important. So I thought like I don't have that much money and I don't want to be a Shahrukh Khan of the industry. It is also good to be Nawazuddin Siddiqui, है ना, कि आप पंकज त्रिपाठी नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी का भी रोल लेके you just be happy, but be the poster boy in a different way. So we thought like it is good, like why can't we supply the components to the industry? Because बहुत सारे OEMs हैं, let's supply. And if you see EV, so electric vehicle में I will ask you to just think more deeply. As a technology, you remove engine and you get into this vehicle, you see like what is the main technology of the vehicle, what is the thing which is really making the elephant to dance? It is only the motor, and then there is a battery, and battery also उसमें ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं, because as sir has also said, cells are coming from China, correct? As a vehicle, India में सबको पता है fabrication कैसे होता है, because 100 साल से हम लोग गाड़ी बना रहे हैं, बहुत सारे वर्कशॉप हैं, डेंटिंग पेंटिंग शॉप है, आप खड़ा हो गया आप ही बना लो. इसीलिए देखेंगे ई रिक्शा अभी क्या है कि घर घर में लोग क्या करते हैं ना, गाड़ी को चेंज करके उसमें मोटर लगा दिया और बोलते हैं ईवी बना. तो क्या इज वेरी इजी, इट हैज बिकम अ DIY किट कि सब बुलाओ, जुगाड़ करो, लगा दो, साइकिल बना लीजिए. सो it is not something which is rocket science now. Even the college has many people, many students are doing third year, fourth year project. So But the important is to make a vehicle up to that level what the automobile seek for, that standard compliance, safety, sustenance, after sales support, everything comes into picture as a, so that image which you आपको बोलेंगे गाड़ी खरीदना है, so can you afford to a brand which is really non-existing or very new and non-sustainable in terms of, so आपको लगेगा इतना पैसा लगा रहे हैं, and that guy is not going to give you 50% price, correct? So you will always have a question and apprehension. So all these things come into picture. Keep becoming an OEM is not easy, and I salute the people who are really into this business, being OEM. So it is very very big strength. But as a technology, what we thought, like if we focus on the critical part of the vehicle, which is like motor, then the motor has a mind. So motor is an electrical part. It's a mechanical plus electrical fusion. And after that, there is a controller, the drive. So drive decide how the motor behaves, as your wife decide how you behave. Eh? So the similar way, the controller is something which is very critical to the motor. So and then the battery. So batteries again is in a kind of aggregation assembly, but the batteries has a BMS, that software, and that is the critical part. Battery as a technology is not something which is very evolved now, but the BMS is the software layer, which is where, and India is a software based country, so we have competency to improve and scale over China, because हमारा software बहुत strong है. So ठीक है, China has a strong control on the raw material, but we can have a strong control of the software layer, and we can make more smarter battery. Somebody said like the SOC, and it's very easy because you can have a BMS control, and then you can match your control drives and protocol and communication part. You can still make some logics and build all this cutoff, and you can plan your range. All this optimization can be done. So it is very easy. So that is why this is a technology. So we thought like let's focus on the component part, and that's where we started to focus like ठीक है हम लोग मोटर बनाएंगे, because पूरे व्हीकल में हमें लगता है कि ये है इंजीनियरिंग वर्क, जो हमें समझ में आता है कि हम इंजीनियर हैं तो मोटर बनाते हैं, मोटर पे काम करेंगे, will not make vehicle. So that was the main trigger point where this particular thing is started, and then we established the company, and then we started this company. So earlier we had lot of challenges because China has lot of portfolio inside this the market, and they were dumping the product because they were having a lot of products with a different pricing, and these prices are really scary because you cannot compete with China in terms of pricing. So that was a big challenge. We took a lot of time, 3.5 years we took, but somehow what happened, the motor what we made, it was almost 4 or 5 times costlier than Chinese price. Then we realized like what wrong, I don't know what we are doing. So we had sometime we also thought of like let's not do this business, हम लोग company नहीं बनाएंगे, छोड़ देते हैं. So then we decided कि how China is doing this part. Then we went to the market. We took almost 16-17 different brand motors from for Chinese make, and then we started putting all the BOM parts separate, all the components, and then started understanding like which components is really different from us, what component we have chosen which is really non-standard and something which is very unique. Then we saw like almost 70% of the selection of the material which we took, it was totally as a, you can say obsessed, design obsession जो होता है ना, आप प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हो तो आपको लगता है मेरा प्रोडक्ट बेस्ट होगा. अब जैसे दैट मोटर वाज समथिंग विच 10 साल आप चला लो कुछ नहीं होगा, बट रियली क्या मार्केट चाहिए, रियली मार्केट इज लुकिंग फॉर दैट काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट और व्हाट, एंड दे पे फॉर दिस मोटर बिकॉज जफर सर इज ऑलरेडी इन दैट बिजनेस, ही कैन टेल 2-3 years बैक ऐसी स्टोरी थी, 5,000 में तो चाइना से मतलब 4-5,000 में चाइना से मोटर कंट्रोल दोनों आ जाता था. हमारा मोटर का प्राइस ही था 7,000, मतलब ऐसी हालत है हमारी, तो I cannot sell it. So the situation was really critical. So we thought कि कैसे करेंगे इसको. So हमने देखा हमारा जो outer casing है, that is not extrusion, that is totally casting based. जो हमारा already आपका magnet था, that we were working on the UH grade, that was not required even. But हमने मोटर को बहुत highly obsessed होके बनाया था design. So that was not required. You have to make a product. It is not important make a product and put in exhibition because you are in business. So yes, we are doing some research, but it's not something it is aligned. It has to align with the business. You cannot make a product which is just lying at your home. Correct? It has to go into the market. So फिर then we started reinventing नहीं यार इसको ऐसे करते हैं. So we started changing, comparing. Yes, we did not do what exactly Chinese doing, but we learned how they are smart in making manufacturing, how they just make the product which is just right in terms of pricing. So that is important. So वहां से हम लोगों ने काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट किया, एंड जब हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट 10-11 महीने लग गए फिर हमने बहुत कुछ चेंज किया, but we had little premium after that, but yes, at least came close, and then we started getting into the market, and that was the first trigger point. And then from there, like, journey started. Then we had multiple different products. Now we have good partner also. In fact, we had a partner in China, and that is a very big company, and they are good in commercial. We are learning a lot. In fact, we are taking machinery from them also. But the idea is like what they have done, we have to go beyond them. So and I believe like nobody can deny like we're not learning. So you learn, you accept, but make it more than them. So that is important. उनसे सीखना है, उनसे ऊपर जाना है. So that we have already took it as a learning, and we started. And earlier we started customer base. We raised fund. We had onboarded investors. Now also we are into the pipeline of raising more fund, expanding it. We are a good team of almost 45-50 people. Then we have workers also who are into production, that is close to 100. And yes, we are a small company but growing pretty fast. So this is all about us. So now I take you some presentation, and just a lot take much time. Just browse wherever you feel like. I can stop, and then you can have questions. I think more of the technical parts I will try to explain through your questions, whatever you'll have. Okay. So this is just a one pager of my company. So it is just a brief. I will just try to explain, and then we'll go to some different presentations. So this is you can see here one thing. Just a minute. So there was a philosophy when we started design. So in fact, I will show you in the presentation. So there are three key things which we thought like it is going to be really important in this market if we have to survive. So one was you have product in China, you have product in other countries also. In fact, here also like lot many big companies who are trying to get into this space. And being a startup, we had faced a lot of challenges, but we somehow managed. So what we learned, like India is not like other country, and we are having very different behavior of using vehicle, and we know how it is, whether it's the IC or EV. So we have very different culture. हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाइना के जैसा या स्वीडन के जैसा नहीं है. ठीक है. 6 महीना हम लोग जो है पानी में रहते हैं. So monsoon आता है. Any big cities also, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, everybody is flooded. Correct. So my motor has to get into the water. If you talk about two wheeler, जैसे बहुत लोग टू व्हीलर की बात कर रहे थे. So two wheeler में we put a hub motor, and hub motor is mounted on your this wheel. कभी आप सोचिए कि हब मोटर इज नॉट मेंट फॉर अ हाई स्पीड, बट यहाँ पे क्या है कि वी आर जस्ट ब्रिंगिंग फ्रॉम चाइना, यू आर पुटिंग इन द व्हीकल. इट्स नॉट रिकमेंडेड टू गो बियॉन्ड 25 to 30. Even is in a worst scenario you can go 40 km/h. It's okay, but beyond that, because you have two wheel, whatever you do the balancing, but still one wheel is having a motor, another wheel is not having any motor. Just understand how frugal is the complete vehicle and how vulnerable your wheel. Now the wheel is having, so when you have a front mounted or back mounted, you know, like we just drive the vehicle in a very different kissing scenario in the road. Everybody is just touching everybody, correct? It is not like other country, like we have a very decent space, we have certain norms and compliances. You go other country, just see how the people are behaving on the road. They have minimum distance, they don't come close. But in India, you are just having like, you're just sleeping on bed, राइट साइड, लेफ्ट साइड, बैक साइड, फ्रंट साइड. अगर मौका मिले तो एक दूसरे पे भी चढ़ जाते हैं हम लोग. सो आप सोचिए, योर मोटर इज ऑलवेज एक्सपोज्ड ऑन द रोड, एंड वेन एवर योर व्हीकल इज गेट हिट, द फर्स्ट थिंग इज गेटिंग हिट इज योर engine, your motor, and you are gone. Now when we are going on a different road and things, and your road condition is something which is very patchy, then you have potholes, water is there, and then your motor is dipped into the water, you are just making different bumping rides. So all the jerk and everything is coming on motor and then vehicle. So your motor is always exposed. After dust, so much of dust ingression and everything, after 2 or 3 months, when you go and open your motor, you just think about the guy who is going to do service. He can't able to open it so much because so it is something where we have to think ourselves like we as a country, as an India, we have a different requirement. We have very high temperature, we have lot of dust, we have very abnormal users condition. हमारे बंदे कभी सोचते नहीं है. आपने देखा ई रिक्शा को, ई रिक्शा इज मेंट फॉर पैसेंजर, बट मुझे लगता है कि 25-30% ऑल्सो यूजिंग फॉर द गुड्स कैरियर. करेक्ट. शादी का पूरा मंडप उस पर जाता है, कुछ कुछ उस पर लाद के जाते हैं, सारे समियाना कुछ उस पर लॉजिस्टिक जाता है. यू गो टू कैलकाटा मार्केट एंड सी द ई रिक्शा कंडीशन. पैसेंजर बोलते हैं L5 L3, मतलब आप ड्राइवर लगा के 4 लोग बैठा लो, बट आप देखोगे 8 लोग बैठते हैं, 10 लोग बैठते हैं, है ना. तो इट इज नॉट अन्य उसमें बेचारा 1 किलो 1 पॉइंट, पहले तो 900 वाट चलता था, 850 वाट चलता था, वो क्या चलेगा. आज यू जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द पावर यू हैव गिवन टू द व्हीकल एंड देन द काइंड ऑफ लोड यू आर गिविंग. एंड प्लस क्या है, ई रिक्शा वाले चलाते हैं पूरे फास्ट, जबकि आपको कितना है 25 kmph चाहिए, बट यू गो एंड सी पीपल आर आस्किंग फॉर हाई स्पीड मोटर. It is not allowed. It is not allowed from the government side, but we are asking because that is a different competition on the road. So हमें ये समझना पड़ेगा कि हमारा विश लिस्ट बहुत अलग है. अच्छा, अगर मैं आपको नहीं दूंगा वो प्रोडक्ट, तो आप ये बोलेंगे अरे इनके पास तो प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, चाहे ऐसा इश्यूज है. So there are a lot of challenges in terms of putting your components and places because there is going to be a lot of abuse and even your OEM is not going to listen. बोलेगा अरे यार आपका नहीं चल रहा, छोड़िए मैं और ट्राई करूंगा. It is very easy to replace you. So market is like the 50 रुपए में change होता है product because there is no as such ownership. And similarly, you go to other even Tata Motors में if somebody is working on EV, I would say आप लोगों ने try देखा होगा कि वो sensitivity अभी नहीं है कि मुझे अगर मोटर लगाना है, so how good we are in terms of understanding the vehicle condition. I tell you so when we go, in fact we are working with Volvo Eicher. Recently Tata Motors has also approached us. We are working with Daimler also for the bigger commercial trucks. Then Sany we have just started. Mahindra we are working. So situation is like there are many different kind of vehicle. And in EV, if you say the utility conditions, people are going to use in the off-road condition also. छोटे छोटे एक्सकेवेटर्स हैं, आपके इंडस्ट्रियल फोकलिफ्ट हैं, ट्रैक्टर्स में भी आ गए हैं. ठीक है. इसके बाद कमर्शियल ट्रक्स है, पैसेंजर कार्स है, सबके पैसेंजर कार्स भी बहुत डिफरेंट है. सो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट लाइक हाउ व्हीकल इज गोइंग टू बिहेव, व्हाट इज द, हम लोग बोलते हैं SOR, है ना, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट जो आपका है वो कैसा है, व्हीकल का GVW क्या है, उसका कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन क्या है, रोलिंग कोएफिशिएंट क्या है, फ्रंटल इसका फ्रंटेज क्या है. सो वी हैव टू कंसीडर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. आपका व्हील रेडियस क्या है, टर्निंग रेडियस क्या होगा, आपको ग्रेडेबिलिटी क्या चाहिए. So what is the braking condition to be? So there are a lot of things which you have to understand and what kind of load you are going to do. आप उस पे पत्थर डालोगे या आप उस पे सैंड डालोगे. हमारा क्या ऐसा है, आप जाओगे ना कहीं दूसरे कंट्री में, it is very meant, it is a sand made, you have to carry only sand on this particular bulk load because your complete carriage system is meant for that. उसमें वेल्टन का प्लेट लगा है कि हार्डॉक्स का प्लेट लगा है, it depends what kind of goods you are going to carry. but हमारे ऐसा नहीं है. उस पे क्या है, चारा भी जाता है, उस पे कपड़े भी लोड होते हैं, उस पे पत्थर भी लोड होता है, मड भी लोड होता है. सो इट इज समथिंग व्हिच वी कैन नॉट कंट्रोल. 18 टन के एक्सल पे 23 टन का लोड जाता है ना, एंड रास्ते में ट्रक रह जाता है. वी हैव सीन एंड टाटा मोटर्स आर लाइक क्लासिक एग्जांपल बिकॉज़ एंड दैट्स व्हाई टाटा मोटर्स ट्राई टू डू एक्स्ट्रा डिजाइन सेफ्टी फैक्टर. हम लोग बोलते हैं अरे इंडिका इतना मोटा चादर लगा दिया, इतना मोटा प्लेट. नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट बिकॉज वी हैव टू लिटिल सेफ इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिजाइन. So our approach was like whatever design we are trying to do, it has to be adaptable. Adaptable means like जो condition यहाँ पे है उसके हिसाब से आपको डिजाइन करना है. And दूसरा, ये सब करना है आप, but price नहीं मिलेगा. So you have to also be like affordable, correct? So that was the second design constraint कि आपको adaptable भी होना है and affordable भी होना है. मतलब price sensitive market है, सस्ता चाहिए, हर चीज सस्ता चाहिए. तो so this was the second challenge and which we have to also cater. And third was like something जो हम लोग बोलते हैं कि हमें वारंटी चाहिए, रिलायबिलिटी क्या है, चलेगा ना ये प्रोडक्ट, रह तो नहीं जाएगा, ये भी हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. सो रिलायबिलिटी मीन्स लाइक यू हैव टू बी सस्टेनेबल इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज. सो देन यू हैव टू बी कस्टमाइजेबल. You have to work as a reliability. आपका product कितना reliable है, आपने design, simulation, validation, testing कितना किया हुआ है. So all these cycles need to be go around. So these are like certain things which we always normally capture as a part of the design also. So आप just मैं दिखाऊँ ये सब थोड़े products हैं different segments के. Then we have the bigger products also, जिसमें EXL and commercials. This is our like second factory building, which is in Greater Noida, just near to LG Circle. So sometimes whenever you are drop by, please you are welcome and come. This is a little bit milestones when we started design concept and all, and when we formed the company, then what all things we happened. This is me. This is Lalit, another co-founder. He's also ex Tata Motors, just 1 year junior to me, and then he was with Maruti Suzuki and all. Mr. Tipari is basically from Bhel, and he's also engineer and MBA from IFT. Lalit is from SP Jain and NIT Nagpur. So let me take you through another. So it'll take just 10 minutes. Maybe I'm thinking little spillover. So Make in India, and I just it is really proud moment for us. Like we are the only company in EV right now as a component supplier who is IATF like IATF certified. So we are ISO and IATF both certified. It was a big push from the OEM and we got it, and that's why we got the clearance from Mahindra, Hero, Sonalika, and Volvo and all. So that we got it. So then we have our own cyber security that we placed last year itself, and it is like world-based cyber security system we have in terms of R&D and design. Everything is like very secure. So all the design drawings, everything we try to have a different. So these are like just basic structure for that. We have an IoT system. So if you come to factory now, so we have upgraded. So our old when we started, it was a different way. Then slowly we upgraded ourselves also. And more of the thing is like homegrown system, like how to place the traceability in the complete value chain. You can track the parts, you understand everything. If something happens in the field, you trace it back, like where the problem was, how and which component I have to consider. So all those things we have inbuilt the complete value chain. So image based system and all inspection. So everything we have done it. ERP is also we have done. This is right now you can see like 40 plus development projects which we are going, and it is not only the traction like on-road, off-road vehicle projects also. 50 plus OEMs all across L3, L5 and N1 category. Little old data, now we have already crossed 77,000 motors till now. It is some time back 60,000 plus motors sold. 3 design awards also. We have filed almost 9 patents last year. Then, so this is again, as I told the founder. So this is the main category. If you can see, you can recognize. So this is e-rickshaw. The motor looks like this. The controller. Then this is L5 category, the 3-wheeler higher speed. This is the L5 category, and this is like different motor. So this is also having 2 category. One is passenger, and then another is a loader category. So passenger is also having different kind of setup of motor placement and then axle. So there will be rigid and floating axle both. Then this is N1, N2 category, more less than 5 ton, 3 to 5 ton, and then beyond 5 ton category. This is like we have a very good tie-up with academia. We are working with IIT Delhi, working with NIT Nagpur. Recently, we have also signed a lot of projects with IIT Roorkee and IIT Indore, and that is basically ANRF project. So it is basically Advanced National Research Fund from the government side, recently announced, and then there are a lot of projects which are going for the different high technology motors, drive, and also in the EV conversion side. So METI is like main government and DST side also they are supporting. So this is like part of ecosystem. So academia, then technology partner and all. So yeah. So this is like again just how we select different vehicle based on their torque, RPM and also. As what I was explaining, affordable, adaptable and reliable as part of the design. So this is you can say the design have the how we basically make motor, how we do the design, how we start the design. So what is the input, then what is the basic initial processing execution, and then how we validate the design. So this is the basic approach and process. Then design and validation. So we have in-house software validation. So we are working on the ANSYS. Then we do have MATLAB, and also we do the validation, the complete motor validation simulation. So we have CAE analysis. So we do a structural part completely. Then we have CFD analysis. Then we do the EMAG part, electromagnetic simulation. All this validation we do and optimize the motor, the different design and pattern. So we can the same motor can go with a different design and pattern in different vehicles. So we can do this all these things. So it is like with us, like we can change any RPM, torque, the motor condition, form factor, the cooling pattern. So everything, all those things are possible. We can do. So these are basically the 8 different software which help us in doing that. This is just an glimpse. So this is Japar sir was mentioning something like CAN protocol. So we have in-house CAN lab setup. We have done it on own, and it is like we can generate different code and any kind of CAN upgradation, CAN integration, decoding, and all those things we can do. This is a different offering. I just make a move. So you can see here. So this is slide where the inner core part is the old product, which was legacy, and right now is much more in production. Then there's a blue part, which is already we have started, and the outer core part, which are the new products, which are already under development, under launch, and the testing like this. So this is our own app. We have already developed our own app, and that is also a kind of interface where we can manage any motor and controller parameter optimizations. Those things can be done. We are also developing an IoT part. So hardware is already developed. So soon we are going to have a real-time monitoring of our powertrain. So that is a very different and unique feature, which is not at all present in any particular across the world. So this is a very unique technology which we have developed. So very soon we are going to launch. So it is already hardware is ready. The sample is ready and testing is going on. So this is L3 category, different waters motor, L5. Then product offerings, as somebody was saying, so there is a AC induction, PMSM, and this PMSM 2-in-1 also in the L5 category we do have as an option. These are different motors, photographs. This is AC induction, which we have done it for the tractor also, Sonalika. This is just a glimpse inside the factory, testing infrastructure, production testing. So these are different dyno, different loads which we do it for the motors, and these are the winding tests. So we do all the motors winding goes for the 5 different level of tests. So sequence analyzer machines where we do this. So sometimes whenever you try to come to the factory, we'll try to explain a lot of things which you'll see, and it will really excite you how the internal engine and ecosystem is, what really makes the vehicle interesting. So yeah, so these are the different product offerings. So these are some new technologies which are already we are doing. These are our capacity L3 like 30,000, L5 5,000 per month, and even N2 500 per month right now. So now new plant is coming along, so that is going to be much more bigger in Karnataka side. This is like inside the factory. This is a second factory. These are the testing facilities and all. This is the new plant layout which we are going to put up in Dharwad. Yeah, so this is about the, and I think I just show you some other projects which is good for the college and some other people also, because we are working with many companies here. We also do the conversion, so old vehicle into the new electric vehicle. So you'll see the project. So you can see Tata Ace. I think this is good for Tata. We have already done the Tata Ace conversion with our 15 kilowatt motor, and it is done for the company, and it is also something which we have done an MOU contract with them. So we have designed the battery. So you can see here this is EMOS, Netherlands and PCL whole team. So इनके साथ मिलके हम लोगों ने ये प्रोजेक्ट किया था. So we have done it. ये गाड़ी हमारे यहाँ पे already है. यही मोटर है हमारी. So the whole so this is, you can see the mini door. पुराना वाला mini door, if somebody is remember. So this is a post office. ये Patna GPO has given us a project, so we have done it. So this vehicle is totally scrap. They have 250 vehicles. So इसको ये लोगों ने बोला था कि we'll just try once. So then we did it with them. Then this you can see the small excavator. So recently we have done it for the Tata Hitachi. So our team. Then this is the forklift. We have, you must be knowing VRL. So VRL is a very big logistic company. They have more than 1,000 forklift which is lying idle and old diesel. So we are converting them into electric. So we are changing, removing all these old parts and putting our motor and making the whole, and this is becoming whole new. So then, so this is for the VRL Hubli area. This is Bajaj RE, which we have done it recently. For somebody, they are developing a kit, so we have done for them. This is two-wheeler. We have done it for the this Munjal University. They have done. They had approached us, so we have designed for them. This is concrete mixture. This is the project we have recently done 3 months back along with our. So this is in Thailand for Sini. This is mining truck technical scheme. So this is for the Volvo. This is again a conversion scheme. So these are the different parts and components. So yes, so now open for question. You guys can ask. I'll just keep on scrolling something to you all. Anything you want to ask. So these are like different truck, bus, and non-road mobile application. You can see. So all kind of application-based solutions. And this is our newsletter. So maybe Akshita is here. So later on, if you so we'll share. So every year we publish our newspaper where every year the updates and what new we have done it. So it comes and what new research is going on. So this is there. So little glimpse. So whole 1 year what has. So the glimpse is like our partner. We have sold recently a technology in the small motor to them. Yeah. So thanks everyone. So any questions, then I will be happy to assist you. Any technical, commercial, anything related to EV.
Vijayji, I have one question.
Yeah.
As we are dealing with this traction motors,
Yes.
especially, these are IP67, IP68 something.
Hmm.
But still we found that there is one small moisture entry.
Moisture entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
In some of the motors.
Okay.
Even that we submerge the motor in the water, but still at that time there is nothing. But after some time there is some moisture entry.
Mm-hmm.
So how you are cross checking all these type of features in a motor at your production?
Yeah. So good question. So this see, we have so ingress protection is not something which is very new. It is like existing in the industry standard and automobile and all industrial applications. So we do have a IP55, IP56, 57, 65, 66, 69, 68, and all these have different understanding in terms of compliances. So there are two letters. One is first and second. So first is having different analogy and second is having different analogy. So I just explained like what exactly he's asking. So he's just saying like suppose when it is a IP67 means like almost 30 minutes it should stand still with the water. There should not be any problem. If I say the Apple Watch and all this is like IP69, 1 hour or deep dive in the water, nothing will happen. So the idea is he's saying it is going into the water, everything is fine, nothing is getting inserted and no ingress traces. But later on, there are some moisture traces which comes. So what happened? There are 2-3 things. Yes, there has to be a check for ingress protection, and it is an end of line testing. So we normally have an end of line testing having an air compression line, and then is having a water thing also, and then there is a basically radiography. So that also gives you internal temperature and internal humid condition. So what you are saying, so sometimes what happen if your sealing condition is not proper, so everything is fine, water will not get ingress, but what will happen, so there will be a certain level of you can say the vapor part or some the temperature things, because internal coil. So when you will start exciting and then you goes in the field when the temperature rises, so this particular vapor part or whatever just resides with the sealing part, so that starts getting accumulated, and that is the moisture which normally left. So we have to, when we do the sealing, it has to be done, the sealing has to be done in the vacuum condition when it is a IP67 or 68 or 69. So that is the most important requirement. If you don't do it the ceiling, if you just do it ceiling in the open condition and you are saying like, yes, my ceiling is very good. So whatever the you can say the whatever the air trap inside, and if it does not come out, so it will always have a moisture part. So you need to check and see if the line or the person who is doing this or the manufacturer, whether they are having the vacuum condition of complete this air suck out or not, and after that only the sealing has to go into the place. So that is the part of the process, and you can definitely establish your PFMEA and put a control plan and check sheet like this that happened, what RC I can place, and then accordingly you have to change your SOP of the process. So that need to take care of the stage assembly itself. So before the sealing, it has to go through the complete vacuum conditioning. So that is important.
Sir, my next question is, because in IC engine now you're working on the BS6.
Yes, BS6 I think is already rolled out, correct?
Yes, already rolled out in 2020 only. In the EV segment, what is the further technology will come?
Good question. So here, what he's saying, the upgradation of the engine, the grade. So it's a BS3, BS4, BS5, BS6. So this upgradation is nothing. It is basically the tuning of the mixture, correct? So as we upgrade the engine technology, the as we know like how this IC engine works, correct? So the engine tuning and the mixing of and the cranking time, how fine it happens, how fine the combustion happens, so that the carbon generation has to be little lesser and lesser and lesser, so that your efficiency has to become more finer, correct? So and that's what the BS6 basically does. Now in motor, yes, there is one part like in for a same motor, we can have a different upgradation and fine tuning of the motor performance with a different way of winding and other stuff. But in the motor, we do have a portfolio of technology. So as we were discussing, like BLDC, the PMSM, then SYN-RM, SRM, axial flux, wild cooled motor, liquid cooled motor. So there are different technology which we have to look at and which are coming up. So right now, if you see, mostly we are familiar with BLDC like surface based magnets, and then PMSM internal permanent magnet motors, and then we do have a AC induction, which is like AC induction, something which is very familiar to everybody, because in India also we do. And motor is not a very new technology, I say. So one piece I missed when we started, we also thought like, see, motor is a technology which is a very old legacy. हम लोग घर में मोटर बहुत देखा है, पंप में इधर उधर बहुत जगह भी, सोलर पंप में भी यूज होता है, आपको लिफ्ट में यूज होता है, इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन, फैन वैन, so everywhere there is a motor application. But what happened, the challenges and the technology comes as a more crucial and critical and as a new technology interface when we talk about the motor manufacturing in a dynamic condition. When you want a motor for a traction application, आप लिफ्ट पे काम करते हो, आप इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन में, तो वहां पे स्टैटिक लोड है. बट जब आप व्हीकल कंडीशन में जाते हो, वहां बहुत डायनेमिक लोड है. एवरी टाइम योर व्हीकल इज चेंजिंग द मोड, करेक्ट? समबडी वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द एक्सेलरेशन सम टाइम बैक. सो योर आप गाड़ी चलाते हो हाईवे पे, या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि यू आर ऑलवेज कांस्टेंट एट 30 किलोमीटर पर आवर और 40, नॉट पॉसिबल, कैन नॉट डू दैट. आप कितना भी कर लोगे नहीं पॉसिबल है, वो हमेशा वैरी करता रहता है. सो योर ड्यूटी साइकिल is not what as it is for the normal AC conduction, AC induction motor, or somewhere like BLDC also for the fan and everything. It's a very, very static load condition scenario, and you can design a motor. But here the traction application, the motor winding itself, the whole topology is different, because the duty cycle is very, very different and weird. And that is why the challenge comes. And that is why new technologies are both there. Tesla has designed, and why Tesla is very unique in terms of motor, because they have designed the motor as per their duty cycle, and everything inside the motor is as per the specific vehicle condition. जैसे उनके लिए बता दूं कि वो SYN-RM मोटर यूज करते हैं, बट SYN-RM में they have the magnets, the permanent magnet assisted SYN-RM motor. So उसमें भी क्या है ना, बहुत सारे टेक्नोलॉजी में फेराइट आप डाल सकते हो, आप मैग्नेट नहीं भी डालोगे तब भी SYN-RM बना सकते हो. बट it is like how you are trying to optimize your motor. So motor design जो है ना, अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा एक साइंस है. You can do a lot of, and that's why we are also doing a lot of different motor. Right now कोई मांग नहीं रहा है, but we are doing it because we are just getting ready for the future. So that is why the academia role comes in. Professor हमारे साथ काम कर रहे हैं. So we are trying to get into some different technology. क्या नया कर सकते? अभी we are working on a multi-phase motor. अभी just recently we signed a project. And उसमें मैं बता दूं कि हमारा एक इनपुट था. हमने बोला प्रोफेसर को 1.5 साल पहले बोला तो कोई नहीं माना था. हमने बोला कि why can't we do a hybrid connection inside motor? आपको स्टार डेल्टा पता होगा अगर फिजिक्स वगैरह पढ़ा है तो इलेक्ट्रिक में, है ना. तो मोटर में या तो डेल्टा है या स्टार है ना. हमने बोला हम दोनों रखेंगे. क्यों दोनों रखेंगे? क्योंकि दोनों का अलग अलग प्रॉपर्टी है. आपको टॉर्क चाहिए, कभी कभी हाई आरपीएम चाहिए, है ना. तो आई सेड कि व्हाई कांट वी हैव अ सिलेक्शन ऑफ माय फेज एंड माय कनेक्शन एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द ड्यूटी साइकिल. सो बोले नहीं विजय इज वेरी कम्बरसम, टफ है, कंट्रोलर बहुत ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा, बहुत सारी चीजें. अभी हाल में 7-8 महीने पहले किसी ने यूरोप में किया. हमारे यहाँ 1.5 साल से मैं बोला कोई बंदा कन्विंस नहीं हुआ. इवन आई डिस्कस विद चार्ल्स आल्सो, एमपी पावर, वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला बंदा, बट बोला विजय वी कैन डू बट इट्स वेरी टफ कॉम्प्लेक्स ड्राइव सोल्यूशन, सो एल्गोरिथम बहुत टफ होगा. अब हम उसी पे कर रहे हैं. जब किसी ने कर दिया, सो नाउ दे आर सेइंग यस यस वी कैन डू. हम लोग उसको करते हैं, इसको ये तरीका है. एंड वी हैव डिवाइस अ मेथड. सो समटाइम्स क्या है ना, वी हैव लॉट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस आल्सो टू एक्सेप्ट न्यू थिंग्स. एंड आई वाज सो कि अरे मतलब सी अगर हम आई एम नॉट अ वेरी गुड रिसर्चर, कोई ऐसा R&D नहीं, बट आई आल्सो टेक लॉट ऑफ हेल्प ऑफ. कभी क्या है कि व्हेन यू आर अ प्रैक्टिकल यूजर एंड डूइंग समथिंग, व्हेन यू आर सेलिंग थिंग्स, यू आल्सो कम विद लॉट ऑफ आइडियाज. तो हमने बोला नहीं करते हैं इसको. So now we are doing a multi-phase and multi-hybrid connection, and very soon next year you'll see this motor, and we will the first in India and world also will do. So, but hey, there are a lot of technology which are there, and we can invent. Even जो आज के जिसमें lamination use करते हैं, you can just replace the material, and there are the material where you don't need even the magnet. You have to a magnetic material of lamination itself. So ferromagnetic होना चाहिए. अभी हम लोग सिलिकॉन बेस्ड अलॉय यूज करते हैं. व्हाई कांट वी गो फॉर कोबाल्ट FeL, व्हाई विच इज मच मोर having high level of permeability. So there are a lot of opportunity and potential inside motor. Yes, any more question? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ashwi Koshia. My question is, what is the warranty period for your motors and what are the term and condition for warranty claim?
Warranty is something like it is a, like you can say as a value offering. It is not something which is a very sticky thing to the motor side. We call it as a motor life first. So warranty को एक side करते हैं पहले. So we understand as a motor life. When we do the design simulation, we always try to understand what is the motor life, product life जो बोलते हैं. So product life cycle होता है. एक maturity पे जाएगा, then it goes. So if you might have seen the product life cycle. So ये product life cycle के हिसाब से हम लोग normally 10 साल 12 साल का life बनाते हैं. So बड़े मोटर्स में से 12 साल का लाइफ है. 2.5 लाख किलोमीटर आप चला सकते हो. छोटे मोटर्स में हमारे पास 3 लाख के भी है, 5 लाख का भी है. अलग अलग टाइप का है. So it is more of for the product life. But when we say warranty, it is something like he is my customer. I have to give him 12 months warranty or 16 months or 18 months or 2 years. It totally depends upon the pricing model. It is not something nowhere related to my. I am also giving. So right now we have launched even for the e-rickshaw 18 months warranty. Nobody is launched. Even we were the first company who started the warranty. Nobody was in e-rickshaw market who started the warranty, and we were the first company who introduced, because we thought like this is the something which is which can be a road it's kind of complete breakthrough in this, and we established this part. And now people started 3 months, 6 months, many things. So it is something which is as a product, when you have the confidence, and in a design and simulation part, there is one thing which I tell you, maybe if you know, there is a transient study. We do the duty cycle study, and this transient study, this is a part of motor CAD when we do. So what happens? So let's suppose this is the structure, or just I explain you with this. So this is, let's suppose, motor. So this particular motor has 4 or 5 different parts. There is a sticker, there is a this body, then there is a cap, then there is a ring. Okay, so let's suppose there are 4 or 5 parts in this motor. Now this 4 or 5 parts, when I just run the simulation, do the transient study, so it will go for a long cycle validation. So 24-72 घंटे जितना ज़्यादा आप मेस इसको क्रिएट करोगे, based on that the simulation happens. So when we get the result, so we see like अगर इस मोटर को सबसे मैक्सिमम कंडीशन, जैसे आप इसको अगर फेंकते हो तो सबसे पहले इसमें क्या डैमेज होगा, या अगर इसको रेगुलर यूज करें तो सबसे पहले इसका क्या डैमेज होगा. जैसे हम लोग देखते हैं बार बार एक हाथ दूसरे हाथ करके क्या होगा, सबसे पहले स्टिकर निकलता है. करेक्ट. सो इट मीन्स the more vulnerable part is this. So the whole bottle life as a new is decided by this sticker. because this will fail first. So same time motor में क्या होता है, when we do the transient study, we see कि which part is going to fail after my analysis and simulation, and that is the transient study part, which is a part of CAE. So CAE में जब हम लोग करते हैं तो उसमें जैसे कि हमारे जैसे छोटे मोटर में तो एक आया कि ये शाफ्ट जो है सबसे पहले फेल करेगा, तो शाफ्ट का जो लाइफ होता है that decide the whole motor life. Now we decide कि अब हम उसी बेसिस पे हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वारंटी में भी स्पेयर डिसाइड करते हैं which part is more vulnerable, going to go for break or maybe replace soon. So then we'll say कि yes, इसको आप डालो स्पेयर पार्ट्स में, इसका कॉस्ट इतना होगा, इसका कॉस्ट बियरिंग सबसे पहले फेल करेगा तो इसका कॉस्ट ये होगा. So this is the way we decide the spare parts also as per the study of the design and validation thing. Did I answer your question?
And also, what is the suitable timing to visit your factory?
Suitable time for
visiting your factory?
So that's not an issue. See, you are welcome anytime. Only thing is like if you arrange it and coordinate, then you will get more appreciated, and I think you'll be acknowledged more. Because सब लोग बहुत busy रहते हैं, so it is good. And HR is already there. You can always coordinate.
Thank you.
The details. Anything else?
Hello, so my name is Kumut. My question is, as in IC engines, we are having one engine, but in EV vehicles, we are having one traction motor. So instead of having one traction motor, can we distribute the motors to every vehicle? So that will reduce load of the heavy motor. So that
No, later part I did not get. Can you just repeat?
Sir, instead of using one traction motor, as the motor is very heavy, so we can distribute the weight by providing one motor to every vehicle. So that will every wheel. Sorry.
Acha, okay, B. Okay, I just tell you. I get you. See, first of all, you need to understand your engine is the most heaviest part. When you remove the engine, and motor is somewhere, you'll find like almost 1/10, 1/8, 1/5 of the weight what you are already using. So first you need to get rid of from this mind like motor is heavy. So आप engine जो हटा रहे हो वो सबसे ज़्यादा heavy है. तो जैसे ही हटाओगे you'll get relief कि बहुत बड़ा बोझा हट गया. So you'll not feel the weight of the motor. That is first. When we go for different technology of the motor, and like suppose you are using AC induction, and if you the same time you are using PMSM, then PMSM is 1/3 of the AC induction weight. So that is another level of advantage. What technology, what topology is using? Definitely you will pay something more extra, but having pros and cons. Then third part is what you said. That is another technology that is called in-wheel drive. So there are companies in Europe and especially in Poland. There are some vehicle, and also there one project which Sonalika had given us for the quarter cycle car, which is a small car in Europe, but they have asked her to do the design of 5 kilowatt 60 volt motor. We have done it also. They never took it because unka project it is still in design stage. So what happened in in-wheel drive? As I told you, this in-wheel drive always, when you put the motor in wheel, it is always not very good in terms of design. When you are having a very limited range of moving of vehicle or utility is not very harsh. Let's suppose you have a very big campus, beautiful campus or MET, and you want a vehicle to just move around. You can have a motor inside because very good environment, very good infra, very slow speed, or you have some resort, okay, or you have golf course, you can use that kind of motor. That is definitely is okay. But when you go for a complete outside road and all, it's not an high speed vehicle. In-wheel is never recommended. Second problem with the in-wheel drive is the turning radius, because what happened, you just understand the scenario when the both wheel turn and the motor is having the rotation, the RPM control needs to be have the both wheel synchronization has to be done in a proper way, because there has to be a phase angle in the excitation. So motor excites with the controller part. So when and it's electrical excitation, by any God grace, something happens or some particular resistance lap, because inside motor you don't know, because it is done as an impregnation or something, the resin inside. So maybe let's suppose excitation have millisecond of fraction. So your coordination of wheel will go on it, and that's a very good case study. You will find that challenges with the in-wheel motor, you'll find a lot of things there. So definitely, but yes, there are use cases also for like suppose the toy train and also like for some water park and all this kind of things. So there are some vehicles which are using it. So yes, we can use that, but not a very good recommended condition of such kind of motor.
सर्वे अभी सीएनजी बसेस में
हाँ
ये 1 या 2 साल के बाद जब बैटरी पुरानी हो जाती है तो क्रैंक करते हैं तो बैटरी बस्ट हो जाती है। क्या ईवी के साथ भी ऐसा है?
देखिए ईवी में it started with a lot of everything. When we start with a lot of challenges and permutation combination. The same thing India also has witnessed, and we have seen lot many burning cases, lot many vehicle problems and battery problems. But we also realize, and government has taken initiative. You might have seen recently AI 052, a standard which came into the battery practice, and battery has gone into a different level of certification, and some more norms came into. So EV, yes, this is a very sensitive, and people have realized it, and the policymaker has done a lot of changes in guideline, and they have introduced a lot of strict criteria in terms of safety of the battery package. Even like if something happens, the battery has to get damaged, and they have to basically you can say collapse inside. It should not come outside. This kind of also things have been asked, and people have implemented. So going forward, it will be more stricter guideline and policy, and I don't think so. Like it is going to be really worrisome. Yes, there will always be a case. You might have seen even the nano car also engine has got fired, correct? And we have seen lot many different cases in IC engine also. It always happen, but prima facie of the technology is like it is not going. It is going to be safe because a lot of research has already been placed, and many other countries are using it. It is most important like because इंडिया में थोड़ा शॉर्टकट ज्यादा है आपका कॉम्प्लायंसेस है नहीं बट फिर भी पास हो जाता है इवन RIA कट में भी बहुत सारी चीजें चली जाती है अभी हाल में आपने देखा द लॉट ऑफ ड्यू डिलिजेंस हैपेंड गवर्नमेंट हैज took very strong stand very big companies got into trouble because they have done some manipulation because this is not allowed and something because it is on road is something which is a life kind of thing correct you are driving aside you cannot play you cannot supposed to do that you are taking life of somebody so that should not be compromised and these people must get behind the bars because if we do something but what government is trying to do like and after this a lot of learning happened and we became more stricter you can see the same policy guideline and all these incentives because people started getting theft and with this intention they started getting shortcut just waiving out some test condition and all but yes slowly it is getting more and more stricter so I don't think like there has to be an apprehension towards it people are going to take care and we have to be really careful about choosing the brand choosing the right specification choosing the right company so all those things are important.
I think
Hello.
more we can discuss during lunch or
No, it's okay. I'm not hungry. If somebody wants, no problem.
Hello. For better efficiency of traction motor, what types of drive system is belt or gear or any other?
See, battery efficiency is totally decoupled with the motor. First, we need to understand. I think somebody was also asking question on the range some time back. So, as Sir has also rightly explained, the age capacity. Age is basically the amperage hour, and this is the capacity. It is totally up to you what capacity of battery you use, and based on that, you can define range. But when we come for the battery range, it is not something which is coupled with motor. I tell you about the battery chemistry a little bit, just to not get into much in that, but I will explain the other part of the motor. So battery are basically a complete aggregation of the cells, and cells arrangement are also in a different way. So you might have seen the cylindrical, prismatic, different condition and arrangement. So the array of cells are also having an algorithm, like how you make an array and how you select the right battery and wrong battery even during the functioning of this so क्या होता है जब बैटरी बना हुआ है उसमें sometimes the problem happens in a particular cells सारे एक सेल की वजह से you can't just make a culprit of the whole battery so then your BMS has to be smart enough to select that particular cell it has to basically debar and उसमें क्या होगा एक बैटरी को नहीं करते तो उसका मॉड्यूल बनता है 3 सेल का 4 सेल का 6 सेल का सो जितना ज्यादा मॉड्यूलर हाई होगा बैटरी कॉस्ट थोड़ा बढ़ेगा, बट उसके अलावा कम सेल को आप हटा पाओगे. सो दिस इज वन पार्ट वेयर वी डिबग, एंड देन व्हेन वी डू द सेल्स, उसमें भी क्या जो बैलेंसिंग होता है, बिकॉज देयर आर, जैसे अभी यहाँ सब लोग बैठे हैं, मैं बोलूंगा कि देयर इज एन इंटेलिजेंस लेवल, देयर इज आईक्यू लेवल ऑफ 1 2 5 6 7 9 10. अब इसका एक एवरेज निकालेंगे, एंड उसका आईक्यू लेवल का एवरेज लेट सपोज आता है 6 और 7. आई वुड से कि देयर इज अ 6 7, बट डजंट मीन everybody is having the same IQ. So what will happen when I deliver a lecture and I am trying to explain something? I have to consider what the most you can say the person who is having the most lower score in terms of IQ, so that my lecture must get into his mind and he can understand and consume my lecture. Rest of the people can take care of. If I just place the highest guy who is having the most intelligent, and class में ऐसी होता है जो सबसे ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट उसको खाली हम बोलते हैं, जो थोड़ा कमजोर उसको साइड कर दे, बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. इवन अ प्रोसेस इन ए लिंक, द वीकेस्ट लिंक इज द कैन डिसाइड द होल स्पीड ऑफ द चेन, करेक्ट? तो सिमिलर वे हैपेंस द बैटरी आल्सो. बैटरी में सारे सेल्स एक जैसे होते हैं क्योंकि वो टेस्ट होके डालते हैं, उसके बावजूद भी उसमें थोड़ा बहुत डेविएशन रहेगा. तो जो सेल्स में जो वो एक उसका यूसीएल एंड एलसीएल लिमिट लगाते हैं, उसमें वो बीएमएस डिसाइड करता है, एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन दैट कट ऑफ दे डिसाइड कि हमको इस थ्रेशोल्ड पे सारे सेल्स को ऑपरेट करना है, एंड दिस इज द वे इट डिसाइड द ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. और जो आप पूछ रहे हैं वो, सो दिस इज अबाउट द बीएमएस, एंड बीएमएस टेक्स केयर ऑफ द नथिंग इज रिलेटेड विद द मोटर. मोटर से जो आप पूछना चाह रहे होंगे या किसी ने पूछा होगा, वो क्या है कि मोटर कितना एफिशिएंसी है और किस तरह से उसका मतलब यू कैन से हाउ गुड मोटर इन टर्म्स ऑफ पावर डेंसिटी एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ किलोवाट आवर इन ये पर किलोमीटर, जिससे कि क्या बैटरी का जो रेंज है ना वो थोड़ा हाई हो पाए. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि मोटर का जो, अब जैसे मैंने बताया कि बैटरी का कैपेसिटी क्या एच है, सो एम्पियर इज द मेन कल्प्रेट. इफ मोटर टेक्स लॉट ऑफ करंट, देन मीन्स आप ज्यादा बैटरी से उठा रहे हो. अगर आप कम करंट लोगे तो बैटरी का लाइफ बढ़ेगा. यस प्लीज.
इसमें मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि मतलब बैटरी इफिशियंसी किससे आएगी? बेल्ट ड्राइव मोटर जो ड्राइव होती है, बेल्ट से ड्राइव होती है, गेयर से ड्राइव होती है, तो किससे हमारे बैटरी
अच्छा, वो एक अलग पार्ट हो गया. सो सो उसमें क्या है, दैट इज बेसिकली थ्रूपुट ऑफ द मोटर आरपीएम और समथिंग, एंड व्हिच इज बेसिकली सपोज फॉर टू व्हीलर या इसके लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, बेल्ट ड्रिवन होता है, पुली ड्रिवन होता है, डायरेक्ट ड्राइव होता है. तो क्या होता है, एक समझिए कि मैकेनिकल जितने भी मैकेनिकल पार्ट्स हैं, आप जितना इंट्रिकेट पार्ट डालोगे उतना ज्यादा मैकेनिकल लॉसेस बढ़ेंगे. सो लेट्स सपोज यू हैव अ हायर डिस्टेंस एंड यू हैव अ डिफरेंट गियर्स, स्प्रॉकेट है. अब उस केस में इसका एक अपना लॉस है, वो बिल्ट होगा. अगर पुली है, पुली अगर बहुत स्मूथ है आपका, एंड लेट्स सपोज वो स्प्रॉकेट से कम लॉसेस के, सो आप जो मोटर का जो शाफ्ट पे जो आउटपुट है उसको आप ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हो बाहर. तो जितने भी जिससे ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हो, तो उसका कहने का मतलब ये है ना कि आप पानी लिया, ठीक है, तो पानी आप हरिद्वार में लिया या यहाँ पे कलकत्ता में जाके लिया या फिर कहीं और लिया, तो गंगा का जो ओरिजिन है वहां और दूसरे दूसरे जगह पे, हर जगह पे आपका उसका क्या पॉल्यूशन लेवल अलग है, बिकॉज इट गोज टू द डिफरेंट रूट. सो द लॉसेस सिमिलर वे में क्या है, यू हैव डिफरेंट लॉसेस एंड मैनिफेस्टेशन बेस्ड ऑन द एप्लीकेशन. आपका जैसे कि स्प्रॉकेट में सबसे ज्यादा लॉसेज होता है द मोमेंट यू पुट द गियर्स. जैसे आप डायरेक्ट ड्राइव आते हो, गियर्स वहीं लगाते हो, उसको बोलते हैं रिडक्शन. तो आप डायरेक्ट माउंटिंग मोटर कर रहे हो चैसिस में, बट यू पुट अ गियर, सो दैट इज द बेस्ट एफिशिएंसी बेस्ड. उसमें आप मतलब पुली एंड इससे sprocket driven से much better efficiency will be the like combined integrated reduction gear. तो उससे कर सकते हैं, but cost becomes little higher. That is a trade off.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
In EV vehicle, we are having two main parts: battery and the motor. And in nowadays, the geopolitics has changed, and the countries are imposing tariffs and exports ban. What are the rare materials which we are using in batteries and motors? Like permanent magnet is being imported from China and all. What are the rare materials which we are using, and we can face in future? We can face ban in export from China and all.
Yeah. So that's definitely it's a big threat, and definitely it's a big challenge which we are facing, and that's why many technology which are coming up. That is also there is one objective, how we can cut down the import part and import dependency. And import dependency is something where we are dependent on certain category of components and items which are not present in our country or some other country. So sometimes it is mostly skewed towards China. So I just explain a little bit about the battery and then motor. So battery, we do have a lithium. We need a lithium basically as an input because most popular is the lithium battery, correct? So lithium is having some requirement of lithium reserves as a mines. China is also not having lithium. Just for information, all this lithium is basically on the Chile area in Australia and other side. Austria mines is having all this lithium, then Chile, especially Latin America side. So, but what happened? China has envisaged this particular opportunity long back, and they have done the complete acquisition of mines. And उन्होंने बोलते हैं ना कि हमने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ले लिया और हमने माइंस को पूरा एक्विजिशन कर लिया. अब क्या है? These mines cannot sell this particular raw material to anybody. They can sell. वो बोलेंगे ठीक है आप सेल करोगे, मैं आपसे 50 रुपए में ले रहा हूँ, आप इनको 80 रुपए में सेल करोगे, इससे नीचे नहीं. अब आप अगर इनको लेते भी हो तो आप 80 रुपए में लोगे, वो बंदा 50 रुपए में लेगा, वो बना के आपको 80 रुपए में देगा फाइनल प्रोडक्ट. और आपका फाइनल प्रोडक्ट का मतलब आपका फाइनल प्रोडक्ट नहीं, आपका तो रॉ मटेरियल ही 80 रुपए का है. आप बना के उसको करोगे 150 रुपए 120 रुपए, कैसे बेच पाओगे, कैसे कंज्यूम करोगे? So this is the strategy what China is doing with the 90% of the material, because they have this particular strategy. They have done it long back, and that is basically their vision and all. Similar thing. So that is the lithium. Then we have a different battery chemistry also. So now India has started thinking like how we can get along with some other kind of chemistry. So आपने देखा होगा sodium based chemistry आ गए हैं, है ना? तो sodium based chemistry या फिर other way of putting the chemistry in the battery so that it can be equally good as what this battery or the hydrogen based system, alternate fuel. So ये सब इसी के लिए कि we want to masquerade all these challenges and we want to shift. And अभी हाल में आपने सुना होगा कि जम्मू में बहुत बड़ा रिजर्व मिला, but this reserve just bring into the practice and realization and all this mining activity, it will take long time. 10 साल में आप बहुत अलग लेवल पे चले जाओगे. So these are the challenges, and that is why we are. So that is why the cells. It's not like we don't know how to make cells. It is not feasible for us to make cells. So that is why these cells are coming from China. वो बोलता ठीक है बनाओ आप, सेल तो मैं ही दूंगा आपको, because you can't afford. So there are companies like in Korea जैसे Samsung है, and ये भी सेल करते हैं. आपका Panasonic जापान में they also make ये Toshiba है, but इनका क्या है, costly है बहुत. Yes, इनके cells are very good. Their power density, energy density is very high, very compact, but it's very expensive. So and similar when we come to the motors. So motors क्या है ना कि मोटर का फिलॉसफी चलने का क्या है, पूरा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक है ना? इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक में दो है, या तो आप मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इंड्यूस करो, that is the AC induction motor or some other motor where you induce that magnetic field and then you make the rotor to rotate and then the further activities happen. Okay, so shaft rotate किया, फिर उसके साथ जो attach है वो rotate करेगा. So now there is one thing is like आप induce करो and that is the temporary base. Another is आप उसको और better कैसे कर सकते हो कि आप उसको permanent base पे magnetic induce करो, magnetic field. उसके लिए you need permanent magnet. Now this permanent magnet is basically we call it as a neodymium based magnet. So NdFeB. यहाँ board नहीं है, but I would have explained you the composition. So neodymium is something which is a rare earth. If आप chemistry में जब आप element का chart देखोगे, so Nd is basically your rare earth. Fe is basically iron, and then boron. So boron is not rare, but all this मिलके Ly बनता है NdFeB. Now this NdFeB has a different grade. इस NdFeB में भी क्या है आपका neodymium, iron and boron base बोलते हैं इसको rare earth. Now this NdFeB is having certain alloying, and this alloying condition decide the magnet power and magnet condition in terms of thermal. So there are one product which is PRND, Protesium Neodymium. So PRND अगर देखोगे आप, मुझे नहीं पता कितना आप लोगों को याद है टेबल. So वो भी जो है आपके same rare earth में इसमें आता है. Now this PRND is something which is going to give you a power part. ये फिर भी चल जाए, जैसे मैग्नेट जो ऊपर नीचे प्राइसिंग होता है वो पीआरएनडी के बेसिस पे होता है. दूसरा इज DYFE, ठीक है? सो DYFE इज अगेन लाइक आयरन के साथ वो क्लब होता है. जैसे हमने बताया आपको नियोडियम, आयरन, बोरन. सो नियोडियम के साथ पीआर लग गया, इसके साथ DYLY होता है. सो मैग्नेट का मेन जो प्राइस है वो आपका पीआरएनडी एंड DYFE से ही डिसाइड होता है. सो DYFE डिसाइड द टेम्परेचर. तो जितने भी आपके यूएस ग्रेड के मैग्नेट है दैट बेस्ड ऑन द DYFE कॉम्बिनेशन, दैट LY. So these are like all rare earth. इसकी जो माइनिंग है वो होती है आपकी बोलीविया में, फिर आपके अर्जेंटीना में, ठीक है, जो रेड अमेरिका और ये कंटिनेंट जो है ना, ये सारे जो है आपके, ये सब उसके, और ये सब अगेन दे हैव ऑलरेडी डन बाय द चाइनीज एंड दैट इज बाय दे आर कंट्रोलिंग. सो अब उसको कंटेन करने के हम लोग क्या करें, एसी इंडक्शन, SRM बेस्ड मोटर, सिन RM बेस्ड मोटर, मतलब बिना मैग्नेट के, या वीकर मैग्नेट विच आर वेरी इजी आप बना सकते. जैसे फेराइट मैग्नेट आपने सुना होगा, मतलब आयरन बेस्ड मैग्नेट, उसको हम लोग सीमेंटाइट भी बोलते हैं, मतलब. सो दीज आर लाइक सिरामिक मैग्नेट, सो दीज आर वेरी इजिली अवेलेबल एंड वेरी चीप. सो वी कैन यूज फेराइट मैग्नेट एंड उसको इतना पावरफुल करे किसी और तरीके से मोटर में, सो दैट इट कैन replace the use of NDFE, and that's what the research is and we are doing, and people are trying on that part and success bhi hai. We have got the results. Thank you very much, thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumarji, for the informative session. Our students were highly motivated. My dear participants, now we have with us the respected Additional Pro Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Noida campus, Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, sir, to acknowledge this august gathering. Now, sir, if you would like to enlighten our participants.
First of all, extremely sorry to barge in. Amity is a big family, so when Professor Vivek told me that this kind of training program is happening here, I couldn't stop myself from coming here, and I should be privileged to meet the team and felicitate them. In fact, I have a very long association with Tata Motors, and for good 4 years from the platform of Amity Business School, I conducted Udan scheme and training of all the Tata Motors training for good 4 years from 2011 to 2014, and my phone book is also boasting of number of contacts from Tata Motors till date. And one thing, the wonderful thing about Tata's is the name is enough, and the moment you say Tata, you give that right feeling also. I was fortunate to have a employee from who was like, when he retired, he was international vice president of a different company, but for first 15 years he worked with Tata Motors, and till his last, now he's in US, and till his last, the only thing which he always told me about was the value system of Tata Motors. So thank you so very much, and you are all in that group, so I have a very great value and expectation from you. It's an induction program. I was very happy to see Mr. Vijay Kumar. I think we have called him on a wrong platform. It is not I think a person like him who is so passionate, he should be actually given a separate session for you also, because I can feel, it only happens with a person who knows about his field. I couldn't hear to Mr. Iqbal, but when he was speaking, his passion was visible, and this is something which all of you have to actually infuse in him, because the moment you feel that you are in this field, you have to generate that passion and you have to work like it. And that was the objective of why I could see with every question of yours, he, without a blink, he was actually trying to give you the minimum time whatsoever is possible. And I will be requesting you, though it's not a part of my I can only suggest you, Professor Vivek, if he can be invited for a separate session also. I do not know the program schedule, but how long this program is going to be there now? 29th of March. Okay. So I used to conduct a 4 months schedule with the Udan scheme of all the new trainees of Tata Motors. But I think, and we are taking them to their company also, visit also. But I request, in case if time permits, please invite him for a separate technical session, where, because I am very sure technical sessions are something which is the most important key, which is not going to be addressed by many, because ultimately at the end of the day, theory is not going to be workable. It's basically the practical knowledge, and for which I will be requesting the authorities. So thank you so very much, sir. Amity is a big family. I am fortunate to head the school from where journey of Amity started in 1995. Yesterday only I have conducted an alumni meet of 95 to 97 batch, where all the, around 43 alumni gathered in the very same hall yesterday, and they had a party till late night, and many of them came first time in Amity. Today, Amity, we call it Amity Universe. At that time, it was Amity Business School, and I am sure you must have been given the presentation about, but we have now our presence in all the 7 continents, and I am not weaking on geography. I am including Antarctica also, where we have an expedition of our environment sciences. We also have our presence in 12 states with 12 different universities, and 18 states we are having a presence where we have initial additional schools. This university, which we are all welcoming you. We have campus in Noida, Greater Noida, Lucknow, Dubai, and Tashkent as a part of this university's campus only. And the strength of this campus is 45,000. And why I am telling you, because once an Amitian is always an Amitian. You may be here for maybe for a few weeks or few months, but once you have joined us, then you are a part of the family. So welcome to this family. And as per the vision of our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, I can only say that anything where we can be of any assistance to you, for your children, for your, I mean, anybody whom you feel should be, and even you all. I have a very beautiful PhD program where the average age group is 65 plus. So don't feel you are too old to join a PhD program. And I mean it. So youngest, I have got now 40 scholars who have done PhD with me. The youngest is 70 years old. So thank you so very much, sir. I can we can felicitate them. It's already the lunch time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm address to the audience. I would like our dignitaries, additional Pro VC, Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, sir, and respected Professor Vivek, sir, to present a token of gratitude as a corporate memento to our guests, Mr. Zafar Iqbal ji, Mr. Vijay Kumar ji, and Ms. Akshita ji. Can we have a resounding applause for all the guests today, our keynote speakers for this momentous occasion? Can we also have Ms. Akshita ji on the stage, please? A huge round of applause for all of our guests of honor and for our dignitaries. Thank you, dear dignitaries, for this grand gesture. This event would not have been possible without the leadership of Dr. Anjani Kumar Bhatnagarji and the smooth execution of this program by our program convener, Mr. Anupam Singh sir, AGM at Amity Technical Placement Center. Now I would like the ATPC team and the AIT team to kindly be on stage to have a photograph. By the time our dignitaries arrive, I would just like to say that in the morning session, sir, our respected Vice Chancellor Madam was also talking about the PGDM alumni meet and also about, yes. So it's a identity which we are having as an Amitian. Once an Amitian, always an Amitian. A huge round of applause for our enigmatic leader, Dr. Anjani Kumar Bhatnagar, sir, the head of Amity Technical Placement Center. Can we have a group photograph, please? Yes, surely, sir. Surely. Can we also have the participants to have a picture with our additional Pro Vice Chancellor, sir? Please, all the participants, you can come here. Can we have our dignitaries, Dr. Anjani sir, as well?
थोड़ा सा एलिवेशन होता है ना 2 लेवल से पॉजिटिव
Can we have the ATPC team as well here? Over